and gentlemen, welcome to this special episode of Geekverse. I am the draft-rific Travis Snail.
I am the El Drafterino, Dylan Muss.
I am the nameless Kirkland Patzer.
Nice. The Zach Brannigan approach, I like that.
I am the fantastic
Oh.
Taylor Field.
There's the ball. Dropped it.
Oh no, I had one, but then I realized it didn't work, so...
What do you mean? How can it not work?
I'm the thoughtless Tyler Briggs.
Okay, well, if you haven't guessed by our nicknames or the title of the podcast, maybe you need to check out a doctor. But if not, we are doing a fantasy draft for X-Men and Fantastic Four coming into the MCU. This is part of Marvel Week. We dropped a retro previously. Black Panther is coming out in 2 days. So we are doing a draft. So we've done a couple of these before. This is, I say to Taylor in the car, the closest we can get to a chess match in a podcast, using our thoughts and minds to go against one another. So I'm going to lay out the rules.
Right.
Our drafts are always a bit different. Shut up, it worked, okay?
I don't know.
So we are drafting, we're drafting just for the MCU. So that's why you can't use any MCU actors or anyone that's currently cast as a comic book role. These are the people we are casting. We're casting Wolverine, Cyclops, Beast, Jean Grey, Storm, Professor X, Magneto for the X-Men side, and the Fantastic Four, Thing, Mr. Fantastic, Sue, Storm, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and Doctor Doom. So those are the ones we're casting. We've divided into semi-teams. You got a team of Dylan and Tyler Briggs. You got a team name.
What's our team name? Our team name is our team name is the Juicy Two. The Juicy Two. We are the Juicy Two.
What's our name?
Two juices.
I have
The two
one, but
juices.
it's really just basic.
Okay. Well,
The basic bitch.
Taylor and Kirkland.
Alright, run it by me.
The Ghost Riders.
The ghost.
We're not even fan casting
What?
him.
I would go with it.
I don't even get it.
I'm just going Team Travis. I don't know why we didn't take that route. I got alliteration.
For the Ghost Riders.
You know what?
The spirit of
I abide
vengeance.
by the Juicy Two. You better call me that every time you refer.
Okay, so what's going to happen is we are going to start drafting. We're going to do an odd man out to decide who we can draft. We're going to go by character. As a draft, whether it's in sports or any other medium, once an actor is drafted, him or her is off the table. So let's say if this was 2008, someone drafted Robert Downey for Iron Man, no one else can pick Robert Downey.
That would be a good pick. Good for them.
It would be
You get bonus
Wow.
points on that one.
And then to find out the winner, you need to tune into the Black Panther review. We have 3 judges: Kyle, Jessica, and Liam Grogan, who used to host Dynamic Duo. They're gonna get the lists. They're not gonna know who drafted them. It's just gonna be Team A, Team B, Team C, and they are gonna pick. If there's a tie, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. So let's just hope there's not a tie. But Black Panther review, check out the very beginning. We'll announce who won that. But really, this is for bragging rights. It's for fun. Our fan casts are lots of fun. So. Odd man out and see who. Do we want to go? Whoever's odd man out goes first or last?
Well,
I think first.
Okay.
yeah.
Or sorry, I mean last.
Doesn't matter to me.
I don't care either.
Okay.
I don't
Alright.
Okay. Well, we need to decide before we go because we'll
Alright,
go
we'll go
first.
first,
We'll go
yeah.
first.
And
Okay.
then-
So
and then-
someone from your team.
And then rock, paper, scissors
Rock,
for
paper, scissors
second,
for the
third.
second place. So whoever is, let's say, if you both had rock and I had paper. That means I won it. So you're trying to not match up with other people.
No, you do sticks.
Oh god.
Whatever.
You do sticks?
You do this.
Do sticks.
Oh.
Yeah, you do.
Why
this.
can they?
Stress?
It's
You
getting
can either
exciting.
do one finger or 2 fingers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, that's
Never
what I
went that
thought it
way.
was.
Yeah.
It's because it actually makes sense.
That makes so much sense. Let's do it.
Nice try, Travis.
We've done odd man out on this cast several
We
times.
have never done it
Hold
with
on.
rock, paper,
Okay.
scissors.
Every
Every time it
yeah.
happens, I
say
switch it to sticks
on-
because
I think someone's just always been doing
So it's like
scissors.
odd man
I
out,
legitimately
shoot.
do.
On shoot.
Yeah, on
Okay.
shoot.
Yeah.
Odd man out.
No.
Odd man out. Shoot.
Travis!
Wow.
Shit.
That's
Alright,
classic.
you're the odd
That's
man out.
classic.
Yes, I won. Okay.
we got a cool guy
Alright.
over here.
Odd man out.
Shit!
You guys are awful.
Yours are worse.
Alright.
So it's on and out and then on shoot?
No,
Yeah.
you do it on 3.
That's how I thought. That's why I
third
kept
one?
going on
That's
odd
the
man
Canadian
out.
way. That's the
Yeah.
Canadian way.
Just
Odd
go
man
odd
out.
man out. Go.
Wait.
Odd man out.
wait,
Shoot 3.
wait.
On the third one.
Okay.
Odd man out.
Okay, Tyler and Dylan, the Juicy 2 are first.
Yes.
Then rock, paper,
Two
scissors for
juices.
second place.
Oh shit, you do it, Kirkland.
Rock. Okay.
Oh.
What was that? Are you jerking some guy off in the parking lot for some money? You gotta go
Just
just
the
three.
same hand motion.
Okay.
At least he's doing it for money.
Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, I'm last. So
Okay.
Juicy 2, the Ghost Riders. and
Okay,
T-
so
TT.
are we going to do? You pick the character and then your actor, or do we? Are
How
we just
about
gonna go alphabet or
How
not?
about every round we'll start with you guys and so let's say you guys go first. You can pick which character we're doing first, and then the next go around we'll have them pick which character, and vice versa.
Okay.
So we kind of get. So if someone has something they really want to get, we can go there. But let's just stick just to X-Men characters right now. So you guys can pick which character we're gonna draft first. Who do you want the most? The Juicy 2, and also they're gonna draft. They're gonna draft who they want, and then give us a little synopsis as well as why you picked them, why you think they're a good choice. So
This one we don't need to pick for a while. I don't
No.
we've done many of these in the
Those are my
past.
Honestly, I think this one.
We've done a Nintendo fan cast.
Yeah, and
We
I
did
like,
a
that one's not
Superhero
bad either.
2017 draft. That was also fun.
No, I think that's
Me and
like.
Kyle did one a while
where
back
that,
ago.
I don't think that's
Shouts
gonna
Kyle.
Oh, okay. So we should either do this
I
one
think
or
you're
this one. I think.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
That's my.
But your backup is good though.
Because we're just doing X
I
Men,
just
right?
wasn't sure if she was too old.
So. kick
That was my
these
only
people out.
concern. I think
Yeah.
she'd be awesome for it, but I wasn't sure.
Well, you gotta keep Magneto in there, right?
I don't know. Not young.
No, villains. Villains. We're gonna do at the end.
We're doing
Sure,
that?
yeah, we'll do
Okay.
villains at the end. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
All right.
We'll
Yeah, so we're going X
Yeah,
Men,
let's say-
Fantastic Four,
let's say,
villains
this
for the
one first,
viewers. And in the bottom
Which
of the comments, because I'll
The
pitch this
shower.
right now,
Okay.
let us know your
Big
list. Let us
Easy.
know which team you're voting for, but let us know who you would cast. Are the Juicy 2 ready for the first pick of the first
we
and last?
are ready.
The first and last Marvel X-Men Fantastic Four draft because they bought them, so this will never happen again. So
Well, I mean, someone else could buy them out. What if?
DC.
Oh.
We got Wolverine, but just Wolverine. Okay, so who is Juicy 2? Tell us what character we're all
All
drafting.
right, we're gonna start with Cyclops.
Going Cyclops.
The leader
yes.
of a bunch, you know
The
him
leader
well.
of the X-Men, yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna go. You wanna do the?
So we're gonna for Cyclops, we think the best draft possible is the one and only Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
Fuck you so much! Let's go! Oh my
Agencies.
god!
Adam Driver, you know,
That's a good pick.
that was a big
I'll
spike.
fix that. We'll fix that in post.
Or we might forget as well. But you know, Adam Driver is a highly skilled actor, and
You think so?
I think so.
You think? Oh wow, Sean.
I think so. I mean, that is why I picked when we did our comic book hero draft, where we just picked 5 characters cast as anything. He was one of my picks for sure. He's a skilled actor, and I think he's already in the Disney books. But for Cyclops, I mean, I've only seen Adam Driver in 2 things, but he's really good in those 2 things, and I think he has the potential to be a leader and to display that, to display power. He has a red lightsaber. He could have red eyes with Cyclops,
He wears a mask.
Wow,
right?
yeah.
I bet you didn't think of that, did you?
No, I
I
did.
just
That's
thought
a
of it
good
right
one.
now. So how could you?
I have a very valid question. Yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of talking on this. Does he or
No
does he
questions.
not cut his hair?
Oh, see, that's a big
Yeah.
question.
Is that a deal breaker for him when he signs that contract? Oh, you gotta cut those locks, and he's like, oh,
I think he would do it.
okay, yeah, do.
I think he, for the role, he'll do anything.
That look weird. I
And
can't
he'll
picture
do
that.
anything.
I can't
Wow.
picture that.
Wow.
Adam Driver that was long.
Maybe it's part of the character development.
But maybe,
so
starts off.
Oh, it's yeah. Oh,
Right.
that'd be good. Ooh.
like maybe that's
I got chills.
maybe that's like how he discovers his powers. He uses them. They bounce off a mirror and
Cuts
shave
his
off
hair
his
off.
hair.
And
What
he's
is this,
bald.
Suicide Squad?
Kevin Feige, hit me up. I got all the ideas. Briggs, do you have any other justifications for? I mean, that was a pretty strong pick. First pick. I'm not gonna lie.
He was my first pick for a different character, but Adam
Ooh.
Driver was my first pick. I'll reveal it when it gets to me, but yeah, I'm really salty about that pick.
I didn't even have him on my
I
list.
mean,
You
part of
on
the
this?
justification was so that Travis Snell could.
That was a
Adam
big.
Driver.
We did pick Driver because he. I don't know if you guys had him as well.
No, we didn't even.
Well, you should have.
That's you should.
I definitely
Some
don't think
people
it's
have different
no.
qualities.
I had him similar like what Dylan said. Disney loves to keep them in the family. You either got like the Jungle Book, Disney animation, live action movies. You got Star Wars and Marvel.
Mhm.
I had him as Wolverine actually though. That's who I had him as
Mm.
because he's like grizzled bad guy.
And he
I
always
thought.
stands like this.
Yeah,
in
the
Star
only
Wars.
thing that someone brought up to me, I think his voice wouldn't have been the greatest for Wolverine, but he could have Tom Hardy it up. But that was
That's not bad.
that was a Jim Lee.
I mean, it's not as good as Cyclops, but it's a decent.
that was my
it's a
crown
good
jewel, and I'm really mad about that.
Your crown
so,
jewel.
Yeah. So we're on to the Ghost Riders. Who are you picking for Cyclops?
I'm really curious.
Well, I only have 5 on pick.
I feel like their list is gonna be the most wild.
They're gonna, oh yeah.
So what do you think we should go for?
I don't know.
I like those picks. Those are really good.
And really, if we get any picks right, that completely overrules the
We'll do this
judges.
one.
And
And
that
then
people
you
win.
have-
For, like if Adam Driver
Yeah.
gets cast as Cyclops, you
Alright.
guys
Oh, I did for
legitimately
that.
win.
That's a good pick,
in the
dude.
long
But what if
run.
he gets cast as Wolverine?
But is it better
'Cause
than
you
mine?
technically didn't pick him.
It's not there. I didn't win the odd man
I
out.
think both of yours are better than my pick for.
I just went with him because he's like he can get angry and stuff.
He's
like
been
that.
known to get angry.
Yeah.
So what's
Cyclops
like?
has been known to have
Alright,
rage.
sure.
Okay.
Alright, sure. Alright, sure. Alright, I say it, or do we both say it at the same time?
And I also
That
think,
was me.
I
You
also
said it at the
think
same
it's
time.
good
That's gonna take a long time.
because I don't think he would be another villain again. So that's why I
We're
did
going with
Wolverine as
this
well.
guy.
I think
Yeah.
I think after
Alright.
Kylo, he's not gonna like, oh, I want another bad
Right,
guy.
maybe not right away.
Yeah.
Alright, alright. Our pick for Cyclops,
Cyclops.
is
Joseph
Joseph Gordon Levitt.
Okay, that's not
Yeah.
that's not as
I
wild as I
actually
was expecting.
completely forgot about that actor.
I thought
love
about him. I saw him. I thought about him for.
I
a
had
couple
him on my
different
comic
roles.
draft, and I totally forgot
Yeah,
about him for this.
They did. So what is your reason for picking Joseph Gordon-Levitt? JGL,
The Big J.
the
Honestly,
former Robin.
For some reason, I just pictured him wearing that mask perfectly. And
That's
just
an
like,
important part.
yeah, just like I don't know what it was. It was just he doesn't have to cut his hair. You know, maybe that'd be could be a deal breaker for Adam Driver.
Could be.
But no, I don't know. Just it was just the look, and I feel like he's a good enough actor that he can.
He's
Good enough.
He's good
Sorry,
enough.
JGL, you're just good enough. No.
Yeah, I don't know. What else?
You know, I think as Cyclops, you gotta be very serious and composed.
That is
and
true.
we got to see him being very serious and composed in Dark Knight Rises, which is an amazing movie. And I think that
It is. One of the best, people would say.
Oh.
He's
I
really
honestly
incredible.
forgot he was even in that
Break it to
movie.
you.
Yeah.
He plays Robin.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
So, I think I've seen that movie once, so that's my down.
It's not
I,
that good, is it?
I don't know. I've only seen it once.
I definitely think he's definitely got in the cards to play it. And once you put that visor on him, I feel like I can see him doing this.
I know.
in my mind.
That's why I picked it.
I'm sure he
Yes.
would love to hear that, Taylor.
I'm gonna check it like this.
You gotta know, any actor in big has to be good at that.
One time I saw him walking down the street, he was on his Bluetooth or something. I just-
That's it.
Two and two
Just
connect.
drew,
I can
took a
just
picture,
picture
drew it.
perfectly like his face without his eyes. Like, it just looks perfect.
I don't know if he would take that role, to be honest.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I don't know him personally, but if I did, I feel like he wouldn't take that
I think
role.
he'd like to
I don't
do
think
shades,
any of our picks would actually take the role. I think after Star Wars, Adam Driver's gonna fuck off and do like 10 indie movies and be on Broadway. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who knows? He's directing a lot.
He just picked up his career in Star Wars. Is that alien dude?
He plays an alien on the side.
He's picking up his career. That is so insulting. A great actor.
Are you guys done
He's
with
picking up
justification
his
for
career.
Cyclops?
I
and
don't
aliens?
need it. Works perfect.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so
Good pick. Good pick.
Good pick. Yeah.
Travis, you're up.
yeah, so this is one. I think this is more of a wish. I don't think it's gonna happen because he has turned down comic roles before because he's not into long contracts. But I think I just look at him and he screams comic book accuracy. He's had a big year. I'm going the one and only the Gauze, Ryan Gosling for Cyclops. I've said it before in cast, so it's not that new, but he was my first pick. I had a few others, which maybe I'll throw out honorable mentions later, but I don't want to throw out anybody in case I need to save them for other picks. But he's just, I think this would be the good time for him to jump in. The angle I'm taking is he has a couple kids. In a few years, they're going to be older. They're going to want to see their dad and not fucking Blade Runner or these indie, like La La Land. They want to see him kicking some mutant ass. And he's going to, you know, that's lots of stars say, oh, the reason I'm doing this movie is for my kids. I could see him doing that. I think Disney would be a good fit for him to sign that multi-contract. And he once was a part of the Mickey Mouse Club when he was a kid. He was on that show back in the day. He started there. So it would be a full circle home.
And that's when he ends his career.
Yeah, he retires
He's only
after.
in
Yeah,
Cyclops for the
and,
rest of his life.
and really, because in my world of the X-Men movies, I want Cyclops to be the leader this time around in the movies.
Yeah.
Wolverine can be like the Hulk, a huge force all the time, but Cyclops should be the leader. I think Gosling has a good commanding presence that you could believe him as okay, he's leading this band of mutants. So yeah, so that was my pick, the
You know,
Gauze.
I just can't see him doing this. That's the
Wow. Okay.
Me and Dylan actually had Gosling as one. We went through and put a bunch of names for each role, and he was one of them. But
Mhm.
we ended up cutting him.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
he got
wow.
I definitely think
God.
he's a good choice.
Yeah, and he's primed.
I respect that.
He's a comic book virgin. He's not been in anything, you know.
He crossed my mind, but I just couldn't see him as any characters on the list. I don't know. I
Well,
just
I
think his
can't.
face is too.
Wow.
It's not it's not full enough. You know.
Okay.
What is that supposed to mean, even?
So that's my pick for Cyclops. So the
His
juice,
face isn't full enough?
the juicy two will get to draft first, but you guys get to pick which character we're going next. So don't reveal your pick, but you guys
Well,
get.
can't we? I think we should just go in circles,
Yeah.
essentially. That's
Kinda-
fair.
I think they.
Oh, so you want them pick and then pick first?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
I think that's most fair.
Because if we get first pick
Alright,
for
what's the
every
best-
character
what's
for
the best pick?
the entire
You're
thing,
more honorable man than me. I would
The
have
one that we think
first
people
pick
might
for
steal.
everything.
That's the one.
That's the one that you gotta go for.
Okay, so do you have more X-Men on yours than I do?
Well, you guys should have the same amount of X-Men.
No, I got towed.
It wasn't like a game of telephone. Like I told Travis that we're doing 3 characters, and he decided we're doing 7, and then.
I honestly
posted-
don't even know who that is. I'm not gonna lie. I
Like
don't
the
know-
actor
I don't
or the
know who that
character?
actor is.
He's actually a really good actor.
Okay, I'm better with
Oh,
faces.
I know
That's
he's
the thing.
one
Oh,
of Travis's actors.
That's
for
true.
sure.
Oh,
Oh,
no, that's
okay.
this is bullshit. Now I don't like.
I
that.
really want to know who they're talking about now.
The only thing
I'm
is,
thinking the man crush list. I don't want to say any names
I
to
just
give
want
ideas.
high
Yeah,
notes
yeah,
for the rest of the
Yeah.
people.
Okay. So yeah,
I
right.
think this one's gonna be taken though.
So
And
to
I don't have
update
anyone
everybody,
for that.
Cyclops,
That's one
Juicy
thing.
2, Adam Driver,
But
Ghost Rider,
these guys?
JGL, myself,
this
Ryan Gosling.
guy.
So that's a big top tier of talent
Same
right there. Something's going on over here.
Wait.
This is what it's like in the Oval Office with the President Trump, I imagine,
Yeah.
sometimes, you know.
I give you my permission to do that one.
Okay, so
So what's the character?
You don't sound too confident. in it,
So the character we are choosing, and this is all time. This is Solon. Okay,
Google
it
this
is. It is the one and only, and there's only one, Professor Xavier.
Professor
Okay.
X.
I've seen 2. Depends
Really?
on the timeline.
That is very
That's
true.
yeah.
It's the same movie.
3 if you count there's a kid version in first
Ah.
But
class.
this isn't in the Marvel.
Just go. We were making jokes, god
Yeah, I
damn it.
don't know who that is.
We're trying to
I still don't know.
This is gonna be interesting because hang on, before you say Kirkland is entrusting Taylor to pick Professor X, maybe the most vital role of the X-Men.
If you guys steal ours, I'll give you $100.
Really?
I don't think-
Legit?
Well,
No.
I think that actually you might pick anyway. Go for it.
Okay.
Who is
On the
your-
count of 3, you want to say it with me?
Okay.
Okay. One, 2,
3.
3.
Army Hammer.
Okay. I wouldn't have picked a 30-year-old to play a 60-man. That's kind of why I'm saying okay, but that's fine.
Well, it depends how young they want to make him. Though.
That's true. Yeah. Pitch me why Army Hammer is gonna. I always mix
Real name, folks.
His real name is Army Hammer. Why is Army Hammer gonna play Professor X? Because you loved him in The Lone Ranger.
He was very good in the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
Him and Tonto were.
I swear Johnny Depp better not be on any of these lists.
No, I think as a guy, I feel like it's definitely a role he
As
could
a
tackle.
guy.
I mean, I
I mean,
Well, good. I casted a
fairly
woman
accurate.
as Professor X.
I feel like-
Tilda Swinton.
I feel like he just has the look of someone I could picture as Xavier, and you shave his head too. Like you need to have someone who can just pull it off like sitting down a lot. I think he can do it.
So far, the roles you gotta be good at this,
Justification.
and you gotta be good at the Cyclops finger thing, and you gotta be good at the sitting
You
down.
gotta know the mannerisms. You have to have those mannerisms down.
You don't know the mannerisms. You're
They're actually making the X-Men films silent films. They're not gonna speak. You got any other justification there?
I mean,
Do you know who that actor is?
I
You
looked
did?
him up,
You
but
went to-
I still don't know who that is. Like legit. I've
He
never
was in The
seen him
Social
in-
Network. He was in the very overrated Call Me by Your Name. Fuck you, Geek First YouTube comments. But he's great in that. So yeah,
Never seen.
there's a review on our channel. Go check it out.
I
Lots of
saw the
dislikes
social.
on my
Like, who
review.
is he in
Nice.
Social Network?
What? He plays the twins.
Oh,
he
Yeah.
plays both of them.
Which
Yeah.
one does he play?
Really?
There's both
like
of
the
them.
rowers.
Yeah,
right?
they had one guy play the Bible, and they CGI'd his face on.
That's
Like,
cool.
yeah,
I
he
didn't
plays
know that.
Yeah, I never knew
Good for
that.
him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
And now he's playing Professor X in your world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going with somebody. This for me honestly was the hardest one. I'm happy I'm going now.
Oh no.
I'm happy I'm going now because I only had one actor for it. If not, I was gonna just throw somebody out there. I'm picking someone with a lot of class, someone that can bring a lot of gravitas to the role. And I went more, I think, age appropriate. I think he needs to be a little older. So I'm going Ralph Fiennes. He plays Voldemort. He plays Q in the new James Bonds. He's been in The English Patient. Very talented actor. He's British, so that kind of helps. Professor X doesn't have to be British, but that seems to be the version it's been the past couple of years. So he's just a very solid actor. He can, I think, do powerful scenes, but also bring that kind of father leadership role. Like, to me, Cyclops is the leader, and Professor X is more the stern father, you know? So Ray Fiennes, it's going to be tough. James McAvoy, I would rather them just wait 5 years than put old age makeup on James McAvoy, but because we can't cast anyone old.
Right.
I'm going Ray Fiennes. I'm a big fan, and I love Voldemort. He's a highlight in those Harry
Who
Potter
did
movies.
we had him on our list at one point?
We did.
I think we might have had him as a villain, but I can't really
Yeah.
remember actually.
Mr. Meggs, maybe?
Mr. Meggs,
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah. So that's my pick. Ray Fiennes, not Ralph. Ray Fiennes.
Is it?
It is Rafe, yeah.
Oh,
I
yikes.
learned it the hard way. I said Ralph Fiennes.
He just took out his wand.
He carries his
Voldemort one.
That's cute in the new
That's
James
good.
Bond song?
Yeah, he took over for
Yeah.
Judy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
sorry. You're right.
He was a young
serious?
guy.
M.
Opposite
Sorry, M.
picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
I was
He was
very
in a really
confused.
good
I was like,
movie.
that
I want to say because I don't really know.
This is inaccurate.
So the Juicy 2 is up next with the final
Yes.
pick for
Now,
Professor X.
this pick is going to blow your mind.
I'm very excited.
I'm really excited to see this happen because I know it will happen. Our pick for Professor X is Bruce Willis, baby!
Oh my god!
That's so funny.
Not
I wouldn't
funny,
have thought
but
about that
too
for a
true.
second, but I'm like, that's too troll. I can't do that.
Okay, so get this: Bruce Willis
Yeah.
That's good.
is bald.
Yeah,
Already
it's true.
bald, yeah.
He's older.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Two
Is
of
that
the
is that
criteria.
why
That's
you
true.
say his ball? Is that
That's-
why?
That's essentially the only reason I have.
You
He
could
might, he might prefer to
look
sit
good
down,
sitting down,
at this
yeah.
point in his career than to walk.
Yeah, he'd probably rather just chill. And you know, I think he could do some cool mind tricks. You know, I think he's a skilled actor. I mean, he's more of an action guy, but you know, maybe he could play like a really
This is an action movie.
excited Professor X. You know, one who's jumping
Very
around,
charismatic.
throwing
Sure,
bricks
it's
and
relatively
cinder
style.
blocks and other things that are heavy.
Does he get crippled in the middle of the movie?
Yeah, that's part of it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, picture the
X-Men
man.
with a vengeance.
X-Men with a Vengeance. Great name.
Oh boy,
Bruce Willis, Professor X.
Bruce Willis, yeah.
that's definitely an
I
interesting
approve.
pick. That's
I approve.
you do know you could have picked an actor with hair and they could still shave. You know, 'cause you said your main character
No.
had to be bald.
No, Adam Driver.
Because you are
Adam Driver.
you are
is
either
Professor
born
X.
a bald man or you are not.
He wasn't born a bald. He could have had hair.
He didn't.
And then-
Have you ever seen Bruce Willis with hair?
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah,
I have.
yeah,
Yeah.
Moonlight.
I have actually seen him up there too.
Moonlight.
Well, I haven't.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. So I'm picking the character next. I'm gonna hit the big alpha in the room. I'm going Wolverine. Adam Driver was my first pick, so this is tough. I need to pick him because it's the only one that I don't want taken away. Because I already had my first pick taken away. I have three. I haven't really decided. I'm picking this guy. I don't know if he's age appropriate. I think he might be a little bit too old because he's next to Hugh Jackman. But whatever, they can. I don't know. They can just throw the costume on him. They can downplay his age because he can look grizzled and whatnot. I'm going one of my man crushes, a very talented actor who we've talked about many times on this podcast, the great Joel Edgerton.
You bastard.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fucker.
You want to trade? Joel Edgerton is my pick for Wolverine. You think about grizzled.
That whole setup too. I was like, yeah, I know who this man is.
He was my second pick because I almost didn't pick him because he's 43. Hugh Jackman is like 48. So when Hugh Jackman retired from being old, I'm like, I don't know about this, but Joel Edgerton, you look up grizzled, he just looks like that. You think about his work in what was the movie last year that us three saw? It Comes at Night.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking that type of Wolverine, like the way he acts in there. He's no business. He, has a little of a light side, like Wolverine does in moments, but he's great at playing emotion. Look at the GIF where he plays Gordo the weirdo. Watch Warrior. He can get yoked like no other. He can just do it all. He is one of the best actors today. Joel Edgerton. That's a big screw you guys for picking Adam Driver. So now I feel justified that I got to take one. So Joel Edgerton as Wolverine.
Okay, so that was our number one headliner pick. So I'm kind of in shambles right now. I'm going to be completely honest with you. What do we do? Do we go with this pick here? Do we bump down and maybe snag this guy?
See, this is the game. This is where it gets interesting.
I didn't even put him down.
I don't want to take these.
I told you not to put Wolverine
Oh,
down
okay.
my list.
Oh,
I got two picks.
You got good picks.
Hugh Jackman.
I wouldn't mind.
This
Yeah,
that could work.
Tyler,
No.
Dylan,
Nah,
trying to recover.
I'm
Big
shambles
boys,
right
they
now.
are.
This guy.
It sucks when your first pick goes.
Yeah.
There's no more heartbreak.
You know what?
But I thought they would have been backup for Wolverine.
They
Why is Tom
No,
Hardy
you
on
didn't
the
have
list?
it on the list.
You know he's not allowed in here.
Yeah, Tom
I
Hardy's
had
not
Tom-
allowed.
I had Tom Hardy as
No,
Wolverine.
he's
I
playing
did
Venom.
that.
He's playing Venom.
It's not real. It's a fake trailer.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know this movie's actually coming.
Okay.
I like the other.
So
it's
do
tough
this guy,
because it
but
keeps
the first one's still
The
decent.
first one is
Yeah, I
like
like that
my
one.
good pick.
Okay.
I feel like
Oh,
that
like-
guy is
Just
just.
'cause it's like a
I know, that's what I'm
all
thinking.
follow-up.
I think it's like
honestly,
Okay.
I can see it.
Go
too.
for it.
So
Okay, so
But he
Juicy
might- he might be
Juicy
too
2's ready to go.
Juicy 2 has their Wolverine pick.
So as the second juice,
You're the second juice, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take the role of second
Juice the
juice.
second.
I'll be honest. Our first pick for Wolverine was Joel Edgerton, and then our second pick for Wolverine was honestly like, it wasn't like the worst pick ever, but it was a couple leagues down. Below.
I'm not a fan of the pick personally.
Okay.
I'll be
What was
honest,
the pick?
I just saw it. So this isn't our actual pick, but
Okay.
we threw out Liam.
We're dipping into
Liam
our Cyclops
Hemsworth.
pool.
Liam Hemsworth. Ooh.
Yeah. So this isn't our actual pick. Though.
Okay, okay.
But I just saw a picture of him with.
But
like,
was
the
he
white
actually our second pick,
beard,
or were we mind gaming?
Ooh.
And I was like, it looks reasonable, but
Okay.
we're not going with that one. So we're actually dipping into our second pick for Cyclops here,
Oh.
with a man who is has no equal,
Ooh.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh my god.
We were gonna pick him.
Let's go! 3 in a row. The first pick. Wow, that's crazy.
Wolverine.
So why did
Wolverine's a hot
you gotta
topic.
start looking up some Wolverine?
Wait, he has
No,
another
I-
guy.
Oh, you gotta back up.
Well,
Okay.
Keanu Reeves was like my second pick. basically.
Okay,
but
so-
we were still gonna do him. I guess.
So why did you pick Keanu? John Wick himself.
So I think Keanu's
Actually, he
got
loves
some
himself.
fierce vibes to him.
Very fierce.
From seeing John Wick. I honestly haven't seen a whole lot of things with him in it. So
The Matrix.
what do you got, Bruce?
I think he plays a very strong, violent character. He
Oh, yeah.
plays that kind of lone wolf, just killer, remorseless kind of character very well, such as John Wick. Maybe not so much in the Matrix, but he's still kind of
Yeah.
lone wolf.
Lone
Lone
Wolf.
Lone Wolf.
Yeah, I'll leave it
That
at
sounds like a name.
They're gonna rename him.
I think he can pull off a good look. It's I think it'll be good to change up the look from Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman. I don't think they should go with someone who looks exactly like Hugh
The
Jackman.
Suicide Squad approach.
Yeah, so kind of
Yeah,
change it
he's-
up.
Claws tattooed on his forehead.
Yeah. So
Fierce.
that's about it. I also like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
He's just a great guy overall. so.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
That's
I am on there.
He's
I,
been
I
known
can
to do
just
the
see
action.
It.
So.
Yeah, I can just see it honestly. I can just see him with the claws just hacking.
Yeah, I just picture
Definitely a
like a
different
John
style.
Wick scene, but
Yeah.
instead of guns, he just has claws.
I could
He
picture
just
like a
pop
really
out.
like a scene that's probably like 15 to 20, maybe even 30 minutes long of Keanu Reeves as Wolverine just like making dinner and he's just like chopping up like veggies. And, you know,
I cannot picture this at all, but I will
I
give
can
you.
see that.
I will give you guys.
Juicy too, think alike.
Yes.
Yeah. I am.
So now it's down to the Ghost Riders. You're picking your
Alright.
Wolverine. So your guy, one of your picks that also been taken. What is?
I'm kind of glad you guys picked Keanu Reeves because we were kind of torn between
Yeah.
the two picks. So now
You're
it's-
welcome.
So now it's easy. Our pick for Wolverine, I think it's a solid choice, is Scott Eastwood.
Oh, Mr. Clint Eastwood's son.
Yeah, he was in Suicide Squad.
He was. In
That's not a good selling point. Was he Croc Man or something?
No, he was what is his name? Slingshot or what is it?
No, he was just
What
like
was his
some
name?
bard or something.
No, he was the
There we go.
Yeah, he's lieutenant.
what's the guy with the
Slipknot.
Slipknot?
You thought that was him?
I don't
No,
know.
no, I'm just saying that's what I was
Neiman.
trying to think of. Yeah,
No.
Neiman.
Okay, so why did you pick Scott Eastwood?
He just looks like a solid. I don't want to say like a remake of Hugh Jackman, but he just looks like a solid
remake.
like a solid refresher of the Wolverine character. Like he looks grizzled, he looks tough and mean, and I feel like he just filled the role a lot. I don't know.
I think a lot of people would have picked his dad to play Wolverine too, Clint Eastwood back in the day. If they made X-Men in the 60s, that could have been a thing. So.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor, you have anything to add on Scott Eastwood?
I definitely feel like if Hugh Jackman as Hugh Jackman was hooked up with Wolverine, they would have had Scott Eastwood as the Wolverine.
Okay.
Not another Hugh Jackman.
You should ask Hugh Jackman.
No, it's solid though. Like I see what you're coming from though. Like
Okay.
it's a solid like I don't want to say step down, just a new refresher of the Wolverine character. So that's why I put him.
Interesting.
Okay. So then the Juicy Two, you
back
get to
to
pick
Juicy.
who. So for the audience, the people we have left, we have Storm, Beast, and Jean Grey. Magneto is left on the villain side. So we have 3 of the founding members of the X-Men.
Okay, so I'm thinking this would be a solid pick, or
No.
Like,
That's
I'm
my
I'm
favorite.
solid about all these because none of these
Yeah,
they're not
I
going to
think-
pick
I
any of
think
the
we'll
ones
do
I
that
have.
one.
So I'm pretty
So-
happy.
and then this we could even I don't know. She probably doesn't. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think we
Raucous draft
Alright.
so far.
Okay, so
It's a good pick.
It is
We're
a good
gonna
pick,
we're gonna jump right in on Jean Grey,
Jean Grey,
Great.
a
Perfect.
true classic character.
Some say
That's what
Dylan's
we're
favorite
talking
character of all
about.
time.
the Dark Phoenix.
I don't know if I would say that.
But some have said
My
it.
Some have said it, not myself.
Yeah, I don't have a backup. But
Oh boy.
So our first pick is just a very skilled actress. She's been around the
shit.
block. She's done your comedy. She's done
I'm
your
scared.
serious. And she's actually been in a comic movie before
That's true.
when she was Gwen Stacy. It's Emma Stone.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's an interesting pick. That's a good pick.
I think it works because just because she could really reach those levels of being like really frightening and scary. I think she has the potential to do that. But then she can just be like chill and like cool and like, hey, it's Jean Grey. We all love Jean Grey. She's a cool gal. I don't know.
Do you feel once she's won the Oscar for La La Land, she's gonna go back to those comic book roots? Do you feel that's not past her at all?
it's below her.
I think with
That's
the superhero movies up and coming, like they're the big thing now. They're mainstream. They're not that kind of like down low career
That is
stars
true.
anymore.
Great.
So I don't think it's moving down.
And
Maybe it's moving sideways.
If
but
she's
it's
big
not down.
chilling in X-Men, she gets to be with Cyclops, who was Adam Driver, and who wouldn't want to hang out in?
It's true.
Be
That's a weird romantic couple. I think Emma Stone and Adam Driver. That's cool.
I think it would.
And who do you guys have? And Keanu. That means
Keanu.
He's trying to get Emma Stone. Wait, you guys think that one through?
Originally, we tried to keep it thematic, but then it was a total shit show. You'll see with our Fantastic Four picks are just wild. So, Jean Grey, Emma Stone.
Keanu and Emma Stone kiss. Oh, I can't just see it. That is something else. Woo.
I'm getting hot.
And
and
spicy.
heavy
It
just
is
now.
a bit spicy in here.
Hey, we're the juicy two.
Okay.
Keep it juicy.
Are you guys done, Juicy
Alright.
2 over there?
We're done.
So Ghost Riders,
Ghost Riders.
Jean Grey.
No, well, I don't know how to properly pronounce it. Do you think you know how to pronounce it?
I don't think I've ever said her name in my life,
Oh,
but
shit.
I can try. If
Okay,
you don't want to say
okay,
it.
try.
Your
I
only
think I
pick,
know who
too.
you picked.
For Jean Grey, we went Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse Ronan. That's
Saoirse
a good pick.
Ronan,
That's a solid pick.
Saoirse Ronan.
Mhm.
Saoirse
How
Ronan.
do you spell that?
It's a saucy
S-
pick.
She's in Lady Bird,
IRSE.
Hannah,
SAR.
SAOI.
and no one knows how to
RSE.
say her name. She's Irish. But why would you guys pick her?
Well, I mean, I liked her in the movie Brooklyn, and there was another movie I saw her, and I can't remember, but I always felt like, she looked like someone that could definitely display proper superhero qualities and just kind of just join into that universe. And it's definitely someone that I definitely like her acting. I like to see her actually jump into the whole universe. And when we were looking at all the characters for to fancast with, I definitely thought like, okay, I think she would definitely fit in here with Jean Grey. It just kind of like right away that was one of my first go-tos.
Okay. Kind of age appropriate too, so you got that going for.
Yes.
Have you not seen Lady Bird yet, Taylor? If you're a big fan.
I can't remember. Probably not.
No, it just came out like a few weeks ago.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not
It's an
seeing
Oscar
Never even heard
contender.
of it.
Well, at the time of this recording. Once again, there's a review on our channel. Okay, so are you guys done with your picks there?
Yeah, I'll just adding on to what you said.
Cool.
I just thought that she fit the role very well. I think she looks like a solid Jean Grey.
Solid Jean.
Solid Jean.
Okay.
Very much.
Good pick, yeah.
Hmm.
Props to you.
I'm very torn because I like both my picks for Jean Grey. They've not been picked, but I'm gonna go with this girl because I've been tooting her horn and no innuendo whatsoever meant since I saw and Dylan's gonna know exactly who I'm picking.
I know.
One of the greatest hours of television, video games, media. I'm going the great Mackenzie Davis from San Junipero, but also the main reason why I'm picking this. Let's go back to Blade Runner 2049. Her and the Goss, great chemistry. She was in that movie. They had that really awkward sex scene. If they can pull that off together, she can play Jean Grey. He's going to be Cyclops. That's my idea. She's a fantastic actress. I think Jean Grey is a little weird in the comics at times. She's pretty sometimes shut off from people when she's in her, her telekinesis moments, and, she's bound with the Dark Phoenix at times. I think she can be a great, intense actress, and I really want her to get cast just like Adam Driver for Dylan's list. She's on my 2017 superhero draft, so maybe it's just that. I just want to win that draft as well. But Mackenzie Davis, solid pick. I will say someone maybe can pick her because I have for nothing else. The other one I almost picked was Naomi Rapace from Prometheus. I really like her.
I
So
really like her
That's
too,
the main.
yeah, Shaw. Yeah.
Yeah,
So she was close.
That's a good pick.
But I'm
That's not a good pick.
going with Mackenzie Davis just because the proven chemistry from Blade Runner 2049. So
Nice.
so now it's down to the Ghost Riders. I'm picking which character. So we're
So,
down
alright,
to
who's left?
Beast and Storm.
Okay,
Oh.
I got
So
one
I get no
for
choice.
Storm, and then
No.
what do you think about this?
You could try to convince them.
It's funny because when you gave me that pick, we were both thinking of different like types of beasts.
Oh, really?
I feel because like I don't know, like look at my pick compared to yours.
One of them, I guarantee you, Taylor picked a huge muscly guy, and Kirkland picked like a
It's
smaller
funny
guy.
because that's the
running
complete
guy.
opposite.
Complete opposite. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Picnic
That's like
woman.
yeah, I see what you mean now with the
Yeah,
answer you're going for.
totally.
Oh
That's a
god,
classic
I don't know what to
right
do. What do you think we should do?
We could put it on the back burner and go to Storm.
Ooh, bold move.
I guess you got to feel which pick could potentially get chosen
Yeah.
out of those two. That's
I
what
I
was
definitely guarantee
That's
you
why I
don't
want
pick
Wolverine.
this guy.
I don't know if
I
I
feel
would
like-
pick this guy.
I feel like both of them were completely forgotten about.
I feel like we should always flip the
Oh.
coin, honestly.
I That's a good
forget
acting
anyone.
choice.
Because I do
We've
like both of
completely
them.
forgotten
Yeah.
about them.
We'll flip a coin. Do you have a
There's
coin?
a lot of actors in the world.
You have
Do
a
you
coin?
coin?
Do I have a
I
coin?
might.
I have a coin in my jacket.
I have a
pretty
coin.
I'm pretty poor.
We got a
Heads
coin.
or tails?
You have a coin?
Yeah, heads or
You
tails.
you
Call
Okay, heads.
Tails.
it. Okay, it's tails.
Oh!
This guy actually has a coin.
I didn't even have a
Oh,
coin the
yeah.
whole
Yeah.
time.
It is tails.
Oh!
Alright.
I'm playing Jean Grey.
Alright.
Chris Angel is Jean Grey.
Yes!
All right.
Let's see it.
So we're choosing Beast.
Okay,
So our
Beast.
pick,
Beast.
thanks to Tails, is Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Okay.
Jeffrey.
Oh, I think me and the Juicy 2 can talk about this. Does it count if... That's tough. So he played Batman's dad in BVS. And then...
Are you serious?
Oh shit.
I wasn't even, no, because they picked the guy from Suicide Squad. I thought DC was fair game.
But that guy's... Okay, here's the problem.
Spoilers.
Here's the guy. In Suicide Squad, that guy's dead. In BVS, Bruce Wayne's dad is dead. But if... I think we can allow it, but if Flashpoint happens, Bruce Wayne's dad is Batman, remember? So that actor would come back. I'm fine with
But that's
allowing
not
it.
MCU, though.
I'm fine with allowing it. Oh, so these fuckers got a bunch of... You guys got Ben Affleck over there as
Oh,
Beast
yeah.
as well?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That was
I'll allow.
sick.
I'll allow. I'll allow. Okay, I just want to point that out because someone will say, "Oh, he's in that movie."
You would have been that guy, man. I know, like a different
You would
alias.
have your troll YouTube account. Just pop it off in the comments, dropping mad dislikes.
I do have 3 YouTube accounts.
At least.
Yeah.
That we
so
know of.
why
Alright.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
I just pictured him very well as both like the professor side of the Beast, like before he becomes a mutant, and like actually like a blue hairy man. I just
Blue hairy man.
yeah, it's
Not
just,
many people
Hank
know.
McCoy is his human form
yeah,
as well. Yeah.
Hank McCoy. So
Great name.
I don't know. When I was thinking about it, I just thought he fit perfectly as that character. He has like nice, like deep voice. Like he seems very beastly. You know, he's grizzled. He looks rough.
Mhm.
I-
And that's without the blue.
Yeah, exactly. And
His
then
sponsor's
I feel like
obviously
he could just look like a good like scientist if he wasn't the Beast, right? So put some glasses on that guy.
Put some glasses on.
Yeah.
Just wrong.
Have you ever seen him with glasses?
In my head, I have.
Okay.
In my head, I picture him as the perfect Beast. Honestly.
Right.
Like he could be in Beauty and the Beast
Yeah.
as well as the Beast.
Anything with Beast, yeah.
Any kind of
He could be an ultimate Beastmaster as well.
He could.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Next season, he should be a judge.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
I think I'd
awesome?
like to see him as a contestant.
What was that guy we loved?
Oh man.
I gotta find out.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Serial killer and ultimate Beastmaster.
Oh man.
I'm gonna find out. We memed about it
Oh,
so
yeah,
much
what was his
recently.
name?
He was in- okay, never mind.
So
That's how
I'm,
memorable he was.
I'm gonna find out his name by the end of this cast. So I did have this one pick as Beast for the longest time. I changed it. Maybe I have a theme going on here. You can tell I just watched Black Mirror. But I'm a fan of this actor. I had him for other
Don't
roles.
steal my Black Mirror picks, man.
I'm a fan. I'm about to, I think. I'm a fan of the roles he's done before, and I wanted him to be a villain, but I'll be a little superficial. I think Marvel likes to go after some beefcakes. They like people to bulk up. I don't know if this guy's gonna bulk up. He has just kind of an average build, so I'm not sure if Dylan has him on his list. I'm going Jesse Plemons from USS Callister. He showed a lot of versatility. I think you got to do it with Hank McCoy because Hank McCoy is a very smart guy, but he also is very tortured. At times he doesn't want to be the Beast. He is kind of a pseudo leader at times. He's almost like an uncle figure, and I think he could pull off the scientist part as well. And Beast is comedic, and he's very comedic. If you watch the animated series, some of the comic book runs, he's comedic. He's not like Deadpool, but he would fit that MCU mold of. You know the MCU X-Men, they'll maybe be a bit more serious, but they're going to be cracking some jokes.
Yeah.
So I think Jesse Plemons could bring it. I almost had him for some other stuff, but I think, I don't know if he would be there. But I want him somewhere in the MCU, because he is, I think one of the best actors we got going around today. So, boom, Jesse Plemons.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
All right, Tyler. We have a big decision to make here.
We do.
These are two very different beasts, but they could both definitely be beasts.
It's true.
Which one should we pick? Which one? I think I have more to say for this one,
Okay.
but that one, I think you could describe it really well.
Yeah.
That is the juicy too. We finish each other's juice.
Oh, wow. Slurp up the juice.
Slurp it up juice. I'll give you the final call because I'm good with either.
All right, let's go with. So for our Beast, it might be a bit of a different take than you guys on Beast.
I don't actually know what he's gonna say.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I'm
Oh
excited.
no. So for our Beast, he's actually starred in a film quite recently, which could actually be gone said for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Probably
I think a big part is his voice acting ability and his creative ability with the role. I'm gonna go with Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, I
As
thought
Beast.
Mark Hamill was coming really quickly.
Oh,
Then in
no.
a second, when you threw out the voice acting, I'm like, oh no.
So
Okay, Pennywise himself.
Mr. Penny.
I think he's able to kind of, first of all, just like the voice that he's able to do Pennywise magnificently. I think he's going to be able to do that sort of Beast, kind of a deeper, heavier.
He's gonna play a big
More,
beast.
yeah, exactly. But I think as far as being like a big guy for Beast, I don't think that's necessary. You can make sort of CGI or bodysuit.
Oh yeah, Mark Ruffalo's
Yeah.
not a big guy.
Exactly, and then
He's been known.
for the scientist
He's
part,
been known not to be a big
I
guy.
think he has that natural kind of more of a kind of isolated, kind of a nerdy, not super like kind of awkward look that you would kind of look for like a
Right.
younger Beast at least.
A younger
So
Beast.
I think he fits that role very well. And
I
he
think
can
our
do,
other pick-
wonderful things.
Should we reveal our other pick as like the older version of Beast?
Sure, yeah.
Our
As well.
older version of Beast is Tom Hanks.
That's not a bad choice.
I think I'm picturing like X-Men, like Last Stand sort of era. Those three movies with that Beast where he's just like this kind of old dude in the office. He has his glasses on. He's big chilling, making decisions. I think Tom Hanks could do that really well.
Yeah.
Making big decisions.
I don't think he's messing people up though. I think he's mostly just crunching some numbers and fixing planes and stuff. I don't know.
Do you want to say your pick, Taylor?
I do, but I'm afraid that he could be used elsewhere. I don't know yet.
So wait a second.
It's tough.
Didn't you guys
But
do
do you have
Beast?
Did you guys pick
Oh,
these
we
three?
already did, but
I know.
they
It was
just
Oh, your
revealed
second
it
pick.
You chose
all
my
in
pick.
fun.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
what was your pick? Liam Neeson?
No, I mean,
I thought
That's
for
not
sure.
a terrible
Nick
pick,
Cage.
though.
I
Are you
thought
saying
Nick
you might
Cage
wanna
was
save him to
he
use
was
him
one of
somewhere
those.
else?
because we might get sniped out of one of our other guys at some point.
Yeah, hold on to it.
Best
Keep the
to
ammo.
Keep him safe.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
I'll reveal him at the end.
So I guess I have no choice. I'm picking. We're doing Storm next.
Storm.
I think. I don't know. Dylan, do you have a Black Mirror actor?
I hate you. You can't pick my actor.
I'll give you a mulligan if you let me pick the first Fantastic Four next. Because I think I know who you
What
have
do you
as
mean?
Storm.
What are the rules?
So what would happen in next is obviously you guys are gonna pick who we pick next, right? And we're going to Fantastic Four
Yeah.
territory. I want to be able to pick that, and where I would trade you. You guys get to
Pick-
choose Storm.
You get to pick what character we pick.
which character we're doing for Fantastic Four
So-
first.
So
you
essentially,
guys
you get 2 turns in a row.
no, but
No,
I'm giving you Storm.
We get
Yeah, because I know who you have, and I'm
skip
gonna
his
take
turn
it.
this round.
Because I have lost for
And
Storm,
we get
but I
first
know
pick
which
for Storm,
one you
but then he
have,
gets
and I'm
first
gonna
pick for
take her.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
crazy
unfair to
order.
them.
Yeah, we don't
Since
like
No,
that.
it's not because
skips
we
their
just
turn.
we just switched.
That's unfair to us.
Because no, instead of me going right now, it's you guys, and then
I
instead of
see.
you guys, it's that.
It
So they're on the same spot.
isn't
Yeah.
unfair. It
So
works out.
it's up to you because you guys
Yeah,
said
I
your
feel unfair.
Fantastic Four picks are random.
You know what?
So-
I'll take it because
Don't really do
I would
that.
take it
No.
because I think our Fantastic Four picks are just wild.
Okay,
So
fair enough. So
Absolutely.
the trade has been
Oh,
made.
Juicy
two are in on
is
it.
going. So who would you pick for Storm?
I don't
Let's
actually
go
know how to
with
pronounce
that
her
one.
name.
Let's go
I didn't
with
know.
that.
Georgina
This is some
Gamble?
bullshit.
Very suspicious.
No, that's not.
Oh
that's not how I was
shit!
thinking.
That's not what I thought.
I'm gonna pick the other girl from San Junipero.
That's a good pick as well.
Is it Gugu or is it Juju?
I don't know. She's not on my list.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's Guju. I'm gonna combine both. Guju Mbatha, something like that. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
But I think I've only seen her in that one episode of Black Mirror, but
She's
it's a
great.
long episode of Black Mirror. You get a lot of it. And I think she has the ability to be kind of fierce and maybe I guess, like, strong and very serious.
Mhm.
And I think Storm kind of has to do that sometimes because she kind of is in the leader role at some points in times. But at the same time, she, you know, might be cracking some jokes, especially if it's the MCU, right?
Mm.
And
Oh,
so
yeah,
I think she has the range there, and I think she fits the look as well. So
Yeah.
and I think age-wise, like, I don't actually know how old she is. Like, she could be in her 20s or like late 30s. I don't actually know.
I'll try to
It's
find
kind of
out,
hard to
but-
tell.
Yeah, I did
So
have
I think you could kind of fit her with other people well, just because. I don't know, just because of like how old she looks.
Yeah, I didn't have her. She's a solid choice. I thought you were gonna be picking. That's why I said Georgina Campbell from Hang the DJ that just happened for Black Mirror season 4.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Yeah, they're both good. I would want either one.
Because
to
I didn't
cast.
see it. Yeah, I guess that works too.
But
Yeah.
I like that one as well. That's a very good pick.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name so I can actually write it down?
It's Juju, G-U-G-U, Mbatha.
Gigi
It could be
Buff.
Jugu, it could be Guju, it could
Okay.
be Gugu, it
So
could
are
be
we
Juju.
going next?
Yeah, you guys can go
So
next.
Can we pick
Could be
Regina?
none of those.
Snipe you
It could
out.
be Yu, it could be Simon.
You
I don't know.
can.
I don't even know who that is.
You've never even seen the episode. You're telling like, oh, can we pick Georgina to snipe you?
Or Yin.
I mean, I don't know about this. I just picked this because I wasn't really sure. I'm like, who do I know that could probably play this? Like,
Oh, spell her name right. You're missing an N.
Yeah.
man. Okay.
am I
anyways.
really? Oh no.
Alright.
Hurry, Kirkland, save the day.
What do you got again?
I just have this one because she's already in it.
She is taken, yeah.
But she would have been good. I think.
Who was it? Who was it? We can't
Zendaya.
say
Zendaya, yeah.
Zendaya. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to snipe his pick? It's
I
probably
leave
better
it
than
totally
this
up to you. You can be the
Oh, I
good guy,
don't-
the bad guy here.
I have multiple picks for
It's like
Storm.
I like my pick, but I don't think it would be the best considering like throwing them in with these other actors that have been thrown out there. But what do you think? Should we snipe him or should we just? Because I honestly don't even know who that is, so I can't really back it up.
Don't
Okay,
even know.
okay, we're going with this one.
Go with it.
All right, our pick for Storm,
Storm.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, okay.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
I just have this very good Storm vibe from her when I when I look at her. I don't know what it
Will
is.
Smith's wife.
Yep.
Very talented actress.
Yes.
Really?
She's very empowering. Just like when you look at her, she looks fierce. She looks like she can just brew a storm.
Oh, you
I see.
you totally stole my line? Yeah.
No, I don't know what it is. I just think I don't know. She was the first name that I thought of, and I thought that she was top dog.
You
Top
know,
dog.
after seeing her husband in Suicide Squad, I bet she's eager to get on that superhero
That is
train.
true.
So.
But instead of taking,
I'm sure she's here after she watched Suicide Squad. I think every actor was like, "Oh, can't wait to do one of these movies."
well, she was like, "Well, I'm not going DC. I gotta go." with
That's
Yeah.
true. Fair enough. Oh god. Hang on, I'm finding out some very important information.
He's watching Beastmaster right now.
I'm trying to find out that guy's name. I'm
And
fucking Moses.
And Moses.
He's my pick for the thing.
Go watch season 1, episode 2 of Ultimate Beastmaster. We watched it at our Christmas
On
party.
Netflix.
We are convinced he is a serial killer. The things he said in his interview and his eyes, he's on the run. I looked up. He hasn't tweeted since 2012. I looked up
Oh.
after the Christmas party. He is on the fucking run. And Moses, please be on our podcast. I would love to interview you and hear your side of the story.
Seriously.
I'm going completely mainstream because I would have went the Black Mirror one of those two, but I've gone back and forth. Oh, but I do kind of want to go with Georgina Campbell. But you know, fuck. Because who do I have? Who do I have so far? I'm trying to see who's a better gelling. You know what? I kind of have the older side. I'm going Georgina Campbell. I think is actually 100%
Yeah.
a better pick. I think your guys' is a better pick. I don't know about that.
Ooh.
I'm going completely mainstream. She's just joined the Disney family. You want to make X-Men huge, you throw her name on that poster. I'm going the one and only Queen Bee, Beyonce, as Storm. She's acted before. She's been nominated for Academy Awards. She's in Lion King. She's in Lion King coming up. So I think that would be huge.
What's funny?
Sorry.
Did you had her for something?
No,
or you have a
We
singer?
had similar, yeah.
Oh god, they had Justin
Should
Bieber's
I-
Human
should I
Torch. Just
tell
watch.
You can say it.
We had
Oh,
Rihanna.
That's not what you want to see.
Yeah, that's not a good fit.
I spell it wrong.
Oh, how do you spell it?
no.
I missed it.
So
That's not even that
Hana? Or like all the ends? No, it's just one. That's fine.
okay.
You
I
spelled
thought it
Ed
was
Moses wrong.
They forgot the R or something. Like.
So yeah, I'm going. I think I'm gonna regret this choice later on. I think Georgina Campbell is much better, but I'm gonna go Beyonce for the mainstream pick. Most of my acting ones you gotta look up. Like who's Mackenzie Davis? everyone knows Beyonce, so I'll do that. So
Cool.
Go for the mainstream
I think that's a
pick.
decent pick.
Mainstream over
It's not a
quality.
bad one.
mainstream over quality. Yeah, yeah. You know, Disney. I'm joking. So.
So you get to pick Fantastic Four now.
Yeah, I do.
And then does it go us? For
Yeah, and
picking
then
next?
it goes
Okay.
you guys.
I'll allow it.
Where's our favorite?
I'll allow the trade. That
Trade.
happened.
It already happened.
Yeah, I'll allow this.
You guys were not a part of it.
It's tough because I got 4 to pick from. I know which one I'm
You do it for it. We all. Yeah.
I know which one I'm not picking because I don't have many strong ones. Oof.
Oof. It's all looking good for you, Travis.
Like that one.
Yeah, I do too.
I
It was
kinda like this
because
one.
it's just
That's my favorite,
had
but I
the
know
reason I
you
made
do
the
it.
deals is because I had
So by
I
3
think we're
choices for
100%
stories.
doing
I
that,
didn't
yeah.
worry you guys could take them, and I always had somebody.
And
These
then-
ones.
And the one we discussed, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go the leader of Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
I am a big proponent of this guy. He's on the man crush list. He's one of the greatest actors in the world. I would much rather him be Batman, but most of the rumors say it's going to be Jake Gyllenhaal. So I'm casting the one and only Mr. John Hamm as Reed Richards.
I knew it.
I think he has a solid look, and
He does have a look, yeah.
you think about he has to be highly intelligent. He has a solid, good looking. Like he has to be highly intelligent. And I thought the reason I thought about this is because he has to be in that upper echelon. When the new posters come out, you have Spider-Man, you got Cap, you have Iron Man, and now it'll be Wolverine. You have to think about somebody in these scenes who's going to go toe to toe with a Robert Downey, who's going to go toe to toe with a Cap. John Hamm can do it.
That's not the perspective I have for Fantastic, but that's fine.
And the reason as well is because he's very dramatic with Mad Men and a really great episode of Black Mirror, but he's very comedic. He had a quick cameo in Last Man on Earth, which I love. Oh, I thought he was looking at my list, this bastard. I'm going to close that now. I think... And Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids he was fantastic in. So he can equip with the best of them. He can be dramatic. He is the total package. John Hamm. And he's another one I like to try and pick comic book virgins. He's not been in one yet. He might not do it. He said, I don't know if I do that because he's older. Reed Richards could be an older guy.
Yeah.
He could go
You got
anyway.
that gray, right?
Well, yeah, you could go anyway with Fantastic Four. They've done an old version. They've done a young version. Who knows what MCU is going to do with that. So I'm going John Hamm to lead the Fantastic Four to their first great film. And this is what we're going to do on Independence Day. That's my John F. Kennedy.
Nice. Super
That was my pick. That was tied for. I had 2
For
picks.
John Hamm?
That was tied for my
Okay, well, you guys aren't up
Richards.
next, so you guys...
Look at this.
How do you feel?
I can't see that phone anymore.
I really.
I honestly-
I think I can
He's
see.
I
a-
like
they're
it more
next,
than
I
my
think.
pick.
Yeah.
I like it more than his
No, it's
pick.
not.
Yeah, I like it more.
Because we
than-
No,
saw
zero.
We
And
saw
then
so...
they start the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's
our
great. I like that a lot.
so just as a quick precursor,
Disclaimer.
Fantastic Four, we decided that it hasn't been so good. The last 2 times
They
they
need
tried
a
to
new
make
approach.
these movies, so they need a
And
new
we're going to
approach.
keep it that way.
And so we decided to just take it like highly comedic and just get a bunch of comedic actors.
It's almost like the Ant-Man route. Think about Ant-Man.
more
But
than
more
that.
juice.
Oh, no!
More
juice.
than that.
Why do I feel
More
like Seth
juice.
Rogen could be one
Seth
of those
Rogen
two?
might be one of the picks.
Mr. Fan-
Not for Mr. Fantastic.
Oh.
So Mr. Fantastic, we went with someone who has been known to be very animated, someone who I think age-wise fits really well, and I
Bugs
think has the
Bunny.
I know
look.
this is.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
That's not an awful pick.
I
I
think
think
he's a
Jim
great
Carrey,
pick.
what he's
Yeah.
going through right now, he's a weird guy, but you know what? That's not an awful pick.
I love him
I
in
think
Batman.
doesn't Reed Richards have some weird stuff going on too in his life?
Well, he's Reed Richards.
He's
He's friends with a fucking rock.
Yeah, that's true.
I could just picture him stretching. And it would be
That's what I
Right.
should right away. I got mask flashbacks.
I was just watching a clip from the 2015 Fantastic Four, and like the CGI for Mr. Fantastic was really bad, but I think Jim Carrey, doing his crazy faces and stuff, I think it would work. And that man was made for CGI.
Does he keep the beard that he currently has?
I think he shaves it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
so.
Cyclops snipes it off too.
Oh,
Part
see,
of
you
that.
gotta have it in the beginning of the movie though.
Yeah.
There's gotta be some dramatic. Just
That's
like,
how you tie them all together.
Just
Hey,
like Adam
Peter,
Driver's
my
hair.
beard. I'm after that guy.
So you guys are casting like Jeff Daniels as the Thing or Human Torch, right? Like from Dumb and Dumber, like his equivalent.
I hadn't planned on it, and I'm not gonna take your suggestion.
Okay, so now we're up to the Ghost
I'm a big Jim
Riders.
Carrey fan.
Yes.
Big Jim-
Mr. Fantastic,
I'm a
the
huge
leader,
fan of his.
one of the members of the Illuminati.
Indeed.
There's a group in the Marvel Illuminati. It's just the smart people. It's like him, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Bruce Banner, and they always there's their Avengers group, and then they go behind closed doors and be like, this is what we should really
They
do.
just do some
Oh, wow.
science
Yeah,
and
that-
math.
that
All
was
the
it.
big brains.
Yeah, that's why they're called the Illuminati. So it might happen in the,
That'd be really cool. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be a solid pick.
Ed Moses.
And Moses.
I'll be honest, this isn't the kind of pick you want to be solid though.
Oh, hey, that
It's a
MCU
stretchy
humor. yeah,
That's very
I had to
true.
stretch for this pick.
Yeah, but as an actor, he needs to display solid qualities in
Who is
being very flexible.
Again, just a joke, Taylor.
That's a big stretch.
He made it work. Who is your pick for Mr. Fantastic?
Going with the one and only amazing Zachary Quinto.
Okay, it's a weird pick.
Really? Explain yourself.
Zachary Quinto.
What?
He's done supervillain before.
Yeah, I think he's more like that, or like the darker superhero. I think Zachary Quinto. I don't know how well he's gonna pull off being very light, but hey,
I don't know.
he's a talented guy.
Looking at him
Yeah.
all throughout Star Trek, he plays the
He's
light,
from
very
Heroes.
super intelligent character. I think.
Fair enough.
I think being put in a situation where he needs to just kind of let loose and everything, I feel like he could totally do that. I actually liked him in Agent 47 as kind of display. I know.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
That's the Hitman movie.
That's
I
it.
know.
The sequel.
I
Yeah, I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen it.
I'm not
He's-
gonna see it.
He said, "What are you gonna pull up the movie?"
I got it right here. I got the trailer too.
5.7
You don't need the
out of
trailer.
10.
We don't need the trailer.
Yeah, 5.7.
So continue.
So I think legit he's just looking at him. He
Yeah,
totally
no.
looks.
When you show me that photo of him, like I could see Reed Richards. Like,
yeah, like look at him. Look at him.
Look at that one. Look at
Okay,
that.
fair enough.
That's
Fair enough.
Reed Richards. That's
Yeah,
Reed.
That's Reed Richards.
He has
You
the
say it
look.
like you've read Fantastic Four your whole fucking life. That's Reed Richards.
I just can't not picture him from Heroes, where he's just fucking people up. So
I can't picture him. I don't know. Not in a. Not. I don't know.
I can picture him. And because of this, I think he'd be a great Reed Richards pick.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, I can just see him as like a really smart scientist, good leader, brings the whole crew together. You know, he's gonna have a good scrap at the thing, just like in the original Fantastic Four, the great one.
I feel like he's on the
Chris Evans.
front of his movie poster. He's standing there.
It is the
He just
great
looks good, you know, wearing that
Oh,
big
yeah.
Force symbol on his vest.
I thought you said something else.
I thought you said something else too.
What did you think I said?
Nothing.
No, I don't.
It's not
That's for Geek First After Hours.
That's for after 8.
One day that podcast after 9 was Taylor Tom. So now we go back to the Ghost Riders because now you
Right.
guys, yeah, because we did that trade. So you guys are
Oh, shit.
picking.
Don't show it.
All the viewers know.
Oh no.
So you have the option of Sue Storm,
Oh, I know
Invisible
this.
Woman, The Thing, or Johnny Storm, aka Human Torch.
Okay, so my thing pick is gone. So we can't. You can't.
I mean,
pick
this
that
is
one.
all one
Who
person.
was your think pick? Who was your think pick?
John Bertho.
Okay, right. Punisher.
Yeah.
So,
Oh wow.
Kirkland was pretty salty. He also couldn't put in Tom Hardy earlier before the cast.
Fuck
He
that.
tried to fight us big time on that, you know.
Yeah.
I have a lot of picks for.
I also did
Invisible
the more
Woman.
low key.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have any?
I have one.
You have one?
I have
Who's
one
your,
pick.
who's your one?
You will not know who that is. She's in Dexter.
Oh, I think I
Oh.
know. Yeah. I can't put a name to the face. but
Yeah,
I know
I-
what you're talking about. Yeah.
I think I like this one more, but I
okay.
do like that
It's not
one.
the biggest actor though. Your actors are definitely.
Okay.
Your actresses are definitely big.
Yeah,
I don't like this.
I
one.
wanna know-
I know what you're talking about
Yeah.
from Dexter.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan.
What
I had
about
to
as,
see your name
we could
somewhere.
also-
Yeah,
I think we could also-
I'm.
Let's keep them in there.
Who do you want to go? Do you want to go with
Hi,
the
ladies
woman,
and
or do you want to go with
Not Cyclops.
Not
You want to
Cyclops.
go with the woman?
Or not Cyclops. The thing. Sorry.
Well, I
I
guess
can put a woman as the thing. if
Yeah,
I
you
want.
can gender swap it if you want.
It's cooperative.
We could totally. I feel like this is a big one.
Okay, yeah.
Who did you put for yours?
That's a good pick. I was gonna put.
That's the thing.
I have 3.
Oh right! Oh, I love that
Ed
pick.
Moses.
I really love that pick.
Ed Moses.
But no one's gonna pick
I
him.
know.
So
No,
we could
Ed Moses
wait.
has Sue Storm at the really.
I leave it up to
Ed
you. I leave it up
Moses,
to you.
dude.
Well, we could pick someone else. That's the thing.
Said Moses.
And Moses the legend.
Mr.
Man.
Moses.
Mr. Mose.
I leave it up to you. I'm totally okay with whatever. Like I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with yours. I think that's fantastic.
So to recap, Fantastic Four. I got John Hamm. You guys got
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey,
Jim Carrey.
and then you guys got
Zach.
Zachary Quinto.
All right. So what are we doing here?
Oh no. He stole it.
Right
Right from under the
Let's go
rug.
ahead. Or do you want to pick
That's
these?
definitely who I
Who do
had
you
as
think you might be
Magneto.
taking? Or like that's such a perfect pick. Just do that one.
Alright, let's get the show
Or
on.
for this,
I mean,
this guy for this guy.
it's literally what he is. So
I wonder what it is. Is it Dwayne as the Rock guy?
but your other pick I think would be better.
Because
So we
if
should
it's
wait
the
on
Rock, newsflash, you can't pick him.
Why?
Well, I guess we can vote, but he is in DC. He's in a movie coming
Why
up.
does DC matter though? This is MCU.
I don't think they're gonna be jumping over, and there's contracts. Like their contract wouldn't allow them to.
Oh,
go
he's
over
DC
there.
right now, and he can't switch over.
He got cast as a villain.
Oh,
for Shazam.
this isn't actually gonna happen. They're not actually gonna take our picks. Come on. This is
Well,
bullshit.
I'm just saying. The Juicy 2 could maybe back you, but I don't know. It's
We weren't
kinda-
gonna pick him.
Okay, that's
He
fair.
was born
It
It was
that role,
it was just
yeah.
a funny like he does a rock.
Who are they back and what?
No, you
For
don't.
what reason?
Um,
Who knows? But
Who
Okay,
do you want to go for?
who are you going for? You guys have had.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I mean so we only have one pick for that character.
Technically we do. So should we just go with
It's almost
that?
as long as
We're
we
picking
can.
the
so-
thing. We're picking the
We're
thing.
picking the thing,
Okay.
and as the thing,
Oh, no.
on 3.
Are you
Say
going
with me.
Arnold?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
One,
2, 3. John Cena.
I'm so glad we did that. Yeah,
Yes.
good pick.
I can see it.
Good pick.
That's a good pick.
That is a
Doesn't
good
bulky.
pick.
He doesn't even need CGI. Just color his muscles.
Yeah, just get someone to paint it on.
Was that your thing pick?
That was my first pick. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't have another thing pick.
Yeah,
That's where we were. That was our one
Yes.
pick song.
Well, we got 2. You can have one of ours if you want.
can
I
have
second
a
one's
rock.
not a great pick.
I'm
So.
not picking the wrong.
What's not the worst pick?
It could be worse.
At this point, I may as well pick Ed Moses. Okay.
Just
I don't know.
You know what? At this point, what you do is you just. Actually, I'm not, it's a good strategy, but I'm not going to give it to you.
I can totally see like
Here.
I just when I watch Daddy's Home and seeing John Cena get off the motorcycle, I just think that is the thing right there.
Ooh.
I mean, I
That
think
is
he's
bold.
perfect for it. I want those scenes to come out where John Cena turns into the thing and they play his
No, they're not going to
They're
do
not
that.
gonna do that.
I'm
Fuck
gonna
off.
do that.
They're not going to just put like a
In the
major
theater.
meme in their.
Hey, bro, put your phone fucking down.
That's just asking for people to be like, dude, Fantastic Four is just as stupid as Lois was.
You know,
I didn't mean in the movie. I meant redub like after do those cool things.
yes, I thought you meant in the movie.
Well,
I did as well,
opposed to
to be
that,
fair.
but okay.
do a fan edit.
How do you feel about that, Kirkland?
I think it's a wonderful pick. Honestly, I think, like I say, you don't even have to CGI that guy. You just color his muscles. And he's the
Pay
thing
him.
right there. Yeah. No, I don't know. I really like him as an actor too. Like everything he's in, I just enjoy him being a part of that movie. Like if he was in the movie, I feel like I would like it a little bit less.
How many movies have you seen him in, Kirkland?
I have seen probably 2.
Have you seen
Okay.
Trainwreck?
Trainwreck's great.
Yeah.
He's so great.
He's
in
great.
Trainwreck.
I think
yeah.
I was probably 2. I think.
Not even
Like, if it's a number
Because
that low,
I can't think of
no.
the other one. I can't think of the other one. But hey, he's in wrestling. All you do is
Hawk
act in that. So let's be honest.
Okay,
What do you,
yeah,
Travis?
I don't like this pick. I literally
Wow.
just searched up. No, I'm not because I wanted John Cena. I thought John Cena's perfect. He
Bruce
can be
Willis.
comedic.
That would have been a good one.
I'm going with this guy just because I just literally searched good voice actors and whatnot. I'm going Alan Tudyk. He played K2SO from
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Right.
He's a very popular actor. He's from Firefly Serenity.
Mm.
He's not gonna be.
Oh, yeah, this
He's
guy.
not gonna be in his human form that much, so that's why I thought you could go for a no-name guy there, and he can
Okay.
just do good at the body movements, the full motion capture. He can provide a good voice, so I'm going Alan Tudyk, and yeah.
Side point. I remember my second movie that John Cena was in. Ferdinand.
Oh my God.
He was great
Hey,
in that.
there you go.
And he's a voice actor.
Yeah,
So,
perfect.
there you go. Throw him
And
in.
what happens once we made our picks? We can't change them, can we?
No.
He did the voice of Superman in some Justice League movie recently.
Perfect. That's why I picked him. But I won't reveal. But I had a bit.
Wait,
of
what?
Mr.
And he did a voice in
like the
Injustice
Black
as
Box.
well.
Robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
He's in what?
He did a voice in Injustice.
There you go. He's a big voice actor, so that's why I picked him. I literally had nobody else. I didn't think anyone was gonna
I
pick
actually
John
like
Cena.
that pick.
Yeah, I thought I went for the quality or the main.
You went for the Google.
He did a
You went
voice
for the
in
first
Halo
name you found
3
on
as
Google.
well.
It's either that or Michael Myers. The killer though, not the actor.
Alright, so I think
His
we should
paint
go
is
with
mask
this
yellow.
one because it fits our
He
theme.
plays like 5
100%.
characters in the
I
movie.
don't think there's any other options we have.
Okay, you can drop it. You can drop
Yeah.
it.
Those are big
So
ones.
our pick was actually.
Hey!
You only
Juicy Two's
one
time.
pick for those two. Between the two.
These
of
guys
us,
are big
so-
strategizers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or they're scrambling, one or the other.
So our pick was actually dropped earlier by someone else in some other category. So we're just gonna.
As a
we're just-
joke, but
Yeah.
we don't care. We accept the joke.
Oh no.
We take the joke.
We're just gonna throw it out there. Seth Rogen
Oh.
as the thing.
It's not the worst choice.
You know why?
He's just got a
actually?
big belly.
So one reason I thought of this, so like I was saying, I was watching that Fantastic Four clip. I looked up what other people have done for the voice of the thing, and it's very. I mean, it sounds like a rock, right? It's very grovelly and thick. And I think Seth Rogen, he can do that. Like, it's kind of, if you picture his laugh, I think his laugh, would be pretty strong for the thing.
I have a question for you.
You can ask this.
So, does he still have the same voice in human form as he has in rock form? Or does he change it up? Because you're saying he has that voice in human form already.
I think in our world of Fantastic Four, he starts as the Rock and he turns back into a man.
Okay.
And that's the movie.
And he's really sad because he's like, I'm the only person who is a Rock, right? And Seth Rogen could play that off, but then it switches back and then he's really sad.
You like that?
So I just made that up right now. I think it's plausible.
I think he could have great comedic chemistry with Jim Carrey, who we have
Yes.
also cast.
Our Fantastic Four, very thematic. Very thematic. Highly thematic, you could say.
The most thematic.
That's pretty much all I have to say about Seth Rogen as
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
It just fits right in my heart cavity.
It fits right.
I'm surprised you didn't go with like a Jack Black or a character like that.
That's actually a pretty good pick.
That's a good
I
point.
think of Jack Black as a musician as opposed to an actor.
Yeah.
to be honest with you. But I mean, he was in Jumanji, I guess. So.
Great movie.
That's a good pick.
By the way, 9 out of 10.
Maybe I'll pick him as Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Who's up next? I'm kind
I
of.
am up next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Travis.
So I'm going with the Invisible Woman, Sue Storm. I'm going full star power, but she's a great actress. I don't think she's done a comic book role. Lots of people have wanted her to do them in the past. I'm going Charlize Theron. Yeah, I think she's very talented. That is, I think I'm going with big names. I'm more on the dramatic side for Fantastic Four. I'm going big names because I think you need that in the Fantastic Four. They've been through quite a few bad reboots. John Hamm, maybe not the biggest name, but that's where you're back with Charlize. She's very talented. I think she can pull off humor. She's not done that much comedy in her career, but she's done it here and there.
She's
But
really funny in Arrested Development.
yeah, I think it's a good choice. So I'm going with Charlize Theron. And I had a couple others, but that was the one that jumped out for me. So that is my pick.
Cool. Now we actually who's up next? Actually, is
Wait,
it
I think it's you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Just for
back to
simplicity.
normal.
What are your picks?
That's my headliner pick, but
Yeah, you take it away.
okay. So our Susan Storm pick, maybe this doesn't quite go with our theme of comedic, but you know what? We can break our rules because we made the rules. So we're gonna go with Yvonne Strahovski from Dexter and from Chuck.
That's a great pick.
Fuck you.
I love, those are two of my favorite shows, and she's amazing in both of them. I think she can really pull off like a serious character well. She can be really intimidating as well. I mean, I haven't really seen her do like anything comedic, so that's where it doesn't really fit with our theme. But I think she's a great actress, and
Yeah.
You don't think
Yeah.
Chuck is comedic at all?
I don't think she's very comedic in that show. I think the other characters are, but it is a a show with a lot of comedy, I guess. So, and she fit really well into that. So I think she's just a very, very good actress.
That was my pick.
Yeah.
That was.
Nice.
I just pictured her perfectly as that character. I don't know. She has the hair.
She has the
doesn't
look
have
too,
to dye it.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
So now you guys
So-
are in the fire.
In the fire.
Good pick, Taylor.
Whoa!
Oh,
It's
shit.
the
It's the Juicy Two.
There's no
We slip right in like
There's
a
no more
can of Fruitopia.
There's no more whipping left.
I mean, that or your other
Slippery
pick. My pick got
fruit.
taken, so it's up to you.
My other pick. I'll get her up here too.
I liked Yvonne. She loves a good pick.
Ivan Strahovski.
Where's she from? Did you Google her?
Yugoslavia, I'm not sure.
Bravo.
I like her too. I think her one looks down. I think.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think I like her more, but
Rob,
when you
what?
showed me that other photo, I liked her as well. But
Yeah, she's just. Yeah, she's. I think she's golden.
all right.
She's
from,
Her Polish. Her parents are Polish immigrants.
Oh, okay.
So.
She was born in Australia, though.
Oh my God.
She's been everywhere.
There's a lot going on.
Down under.
That's 2 places confirmed.
Everywhere. You guys got your Sue Storm pick?
Ah,
Damn it.
that scared me.
You got your Sue Storm pick?
That scared you.
Nothing. Anyway, go on.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So, on 3 with me, Kirkland.
I don't even
They
know
love
who
to
we're
do it
picking.
instead.
This angel right
And
here.
you guys know for a fact this woman is not in a comic book role?
She's definitely not.
Okay.
And she has like a backup for it.
That's a strong definitely. So
She's
let's
110% not.
Okay.
So for the Invisible
pretty
Woman, the Susan Storm Invisible Woman, we have.
It's Susan Storm, the Invisible Woman. Don't switch the.
The Invisible Storm.
Yeah.
Sue-woman.
So on the count of three.
Okay.
Here we go.
One,
One,
two,
two, three.
Olivia Wilde.
Okay, that's okay. I can see
I
that.
was just waiting for Trash to be like, she's in
Yep.
film already.
No, she's
I
not.
know she is. Thank you.
She was in Tron too.
She wasn't
That
trash.
is right. Yeah.
Yeah,
that is
no, that's a
true.
good pick.
Yeah, she's good.
Why'd you guys take that pick?
She's
Bomb
just
taken.
I imagine I really liked Susan Storm and I can't remember her name. I'm drawing a blank.
Jessica Alba?
Yes, thank you. I really like Jessica Alba. I was a huge fan. I thought she was like one of my favorite like attractive actresses at the time.
Okay.
I think
You
think
have a list of your favorite ugly actors and actresses as well?
Oh, yeah.
for that After 9 cast.
Okay. One day we will have a podcast after 9. Go to some Patreon, support us, and you'll get a fucking after
That'll be the
9
Patreon
podcast.
exclusive
Yeah,
show.
one day, yeah.
But I think Susan Storm has to like not that she could be played by like someone ugly. I mean, there's no ugly like people out there. We're all special. So I think like
Oh
when
my God.
Susan's
Oh, fuck.
We're all special.
You're that parent that wants every kid to get a fucking medal in the soccer game.
Yeah.
Susan Storm, I think just has to really like show like be very beautiful dominance. I feel like.
Whoa.
Beautiful dominance.
Just to look good while she's whipping you in the back room. We're gonna get you just want the 50 Shades free version of like Fantastic Four. 50 Shades Fantastic.
With Jimmy Carrey and Seth
Think
Rogen.
about all the stuff he can abuse you with his stretchy arms. Oh.
Yeah, so
It
I
hurts
like
more
Olivia
when you don't
Wilde.
see it coming. Get it? Because she's invisible?
How do you feel about Olivia Wilde?
I think she's a great pick. I think she would fit that role
Wild.
again. She's a great actress. She's very strong in her roles. I wouldn't say she's dominating, but she's very strong.
Yes, the Invisible Woman, you can't be too dominant. You can only be strong.
I just imagine the Disney's like, we need a real dominating actress for this role. Okay.
Yeah, no.
She also does
I
like force fields, you know? Don't
Yep.
forget about the force fields.
I honestly forgot the force fields.
Yeah, you can't. It's pretty good in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, those force fields.
Wow.
I mean, you can't use invisibility to do anything useful in that kind of game, right? So
So the
It's all those
Juicy
force
2
fields.
are in the position where they are just have Storm. Or, sorry, Human Torch.
wow, Travis.
Johnny
Well,
Storm.
like I
You really outdone yourself.
You can't think.
Okay, the Human Torch. What's his actual name again?
Johnny Storm.
Johnny's still
Johnny
Are they brother and sister?
Yeah, they
Storm
are.
from him?
But not
I
twins.
forgot about that, to be honest with you.
They're not twins.
I don't know if this person. I don't know if our pick
He's-
looks
that's
like
not
the
twins.
brother of Yvonne Strahovski in this.
Ooh.
That's okay.
In this world.
It could
Jack
be like.
Black. Fun fact: Jack Black almost played Green Lantern back in the day. They almost
Oh.
made a comedic
Oh,
Green
that
Lantern
would've been-
movie.
that would've
would've
been so
fucking
much better.
Awful.
That would have been so much
Imagine the world where Jack Black did Green Lantern and it sucked, and then he became Deadpool.
That's an awful world.
That would be amazing.
That's a terrible. world.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd trade that.
I
one.
love that. Anyway,
Alright.
do you want to drop it or do you want me to drop it? I think you should drop it.
No, I'll take it.
Last
So-
Fantastic Four. pick.
Human Torch. This one fits really well with other
Yeah,
characters.
it does. I think there's a lot of cohesion.
Synergy.
Yes.
Juice. I don't know.
So we actually had two ideas for this one, but fortunately they were both related, so it wasn't that hard to pick one or the other. And since one of them could be already
Fuck
in an
you.
X-Men, we're going with the other, Dave Franco,
Damn it.
Son of a bitch.
as
We
the
all
Human
had him?
Torch.
That was mine.
Wait,
Yeah.
did you guys
Holy
Yo! Nice. Good job, dude.
Listen, I'm happy
You
with
steal that Human
You got
Torch from these
backups.
guys?
You got
Oh yeah, I got
Ooh.
backups. That wasn't my first.
Why did
pick.
you guys want to pick Dave Franco?
Why?
Yeah.
Because he looked. I think he looks the part a lot.
Johnny Storm's very comedic. Has that boyish charm. That's Dave
He's hitting
Franco
on
in
the
every
chicks. Dave
movie.
Franco's so
Yeah,
attractive,
he's a
too,
ladies'
so
man.
there you
That's Dave Franco in everyone. So.
Yep. And you know, he's good friends with Seth Rogen.
It's true.
Boom. There's some synergy with the Thing.
Yep.
3 times ahead.
His
You know,
James
maybe
Franco,
James
like
Franco
Doctor
gets
Doom.
in on this.
Yeah.
Who
He
knows?
just might be.
We'll find
Well,
out.
James Franco's multiple man though. You gotta keep that in
Right.
mind.
Yeah.
Is he actually?
That's not confirmed.
Well,
though.
It's not confirmed, but like
They announced it.
There you
They
go.
haven't filmed it, but he says I'm multiple.
Have they said anything since?
Yeah, but I'm multiple man. That
The
doesn't mean
bio,
I'm
though?
gonna be
He
the
said
one.
I'm making the movie.
Have they said anything since the bio?
No, they haven't.
Mm.
They I don't think so. That could not
I
happen.
do want to keep him open for multiple man though, so Dave
Okay.
Franco's the
Fair
way
enough.
to go.
Dave Franco,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
our hot pick for the day.
Alright, I guess this is up to me.
I don't know, we
Oh,
got
you really burnt us there.
Yeah, this is nice.
I feel like we gotta. I feel like
First
we
in
should
the
go with that.
competition.
But I mean, that's
The
really
feet
good
are
too.
really to the
I
fire
know.
now.
What do we
Okay,
do?
what?
I feel like that's a better pick.
That sounds
But
like
at the
something
same time, I
like
think
an
that's a
Elder
better
Scrolls
I think
NPC
so
would
too.
just say for like no reason whatsoever.
Guys,
When they got
totally up to you.
when they
But I put our feet to the fire, and then he looks
When
at
they
you like
got
really
that-
awkwardly, and then he like glitches out.
When they got that
the wall.
when they got that pick, we all got a burning sensation.
Not the last guy.
Sure did.
Not
No,
I think I'm out. I think I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm really hot-headed about that.
I don't
pick.
know. Like I want to go this one. Just because this one's a little too
You
cool.
really had Moses the shit out of you.
But at the same time, I want to throw it in there.
I do. I mean, is there
He's
anyone else
back,
who's
and
cool?
Moses is gonna be in every podcast now.
Hashtag Ed
for
Moses.
these guys.
Hashtag save Ed Moses.
Well, this one's.
Hashtag catch Ed Moses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we actually
I can't
could bring him
throw
on
him
the
in
show.
there.
I think he'd
right,
do it.
shit.
I think he'd
We
do it.
I think we
accuse him
gotta
of
go
being a
with the
serial
logical one.
killer. I don't think.
Yeah, I think we'll
We don't
throw
think
him
you
out.
are. Just a few things they made you say on that episode do not come off that well. You get a couple looks. So who's your pick for
Alright,
Magneto?
so should we say our second pick first?
Yeah, we'll say our second pick first.
Isn't your second pick now your first pick? Because we stole your first pick?
Nope.
No,
So this
we
is
have
that
a
was
third.
his
You mean your
first
third
So it's
pick.
his third.
He was my third pick.
I smell that. Okay.
Okay, my original first pick, Hayden Christensen.
You're joking?
We really wanted to do it.
Oh my god!
I was not going to pick that. I have him for Doctor Doom.
No! I
Alright.
hate the Fantastic Four.
Alright,
They're
alright,
coarse and
alright.
rough, and Mr. Fantastic gets everywhere.
We're gonna bounce
He
back
really
here.
does.
We're gonna bounce back here. Okay, my actual pick, Zach Efron.
Okay.
I think he'll be a great human
solid
torch.
pick.
Picking
I
up the
dig it.
chicks, great looking guy, throwing wisecracks, you know. I think he'd just be a great Johnny Storm.
I brought him up when me and Tyler were discussing this, but I just couldn't decide what role he'd fit.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I did have him as a backup. Yeah.
For a Human Torch, or
Yeah.
just-
Hayden Christensen or Zach Efron?
Hayden Christian was my Wolverine, but I thought better against it. Taylor, you have anything to add on? Because you're a
I'm
big
pretty
Zac
mad that
Efron.
we didn't go Hayden Christensen, I think.
I can do it because that was the better pick all around. I just want to go with Hayden Christensen.
Well, I
'cause
thought you
he's
were just
just
trying to
so
say Hayden Christian was the better pick all around. I'm like,
I
oh
mean-
yeah, let's start this Fantastic Four movie off right. They announced Hayden Christensen is part of the cast.
He's the first name, too.
Yeah,
I don't know,
Fantastic Four
Two weeks.
starring.
2 weeks later, the movie's getting delayed.
I know Hayden Christensen is good as superhero. I mean, Jumper wasn't too bad too. So
It wasn't too bad.
He can definitely roll with the ladies. So
That's not. You're not selling me.
It
Wasn't too bad.
Justice
but
League wasn't too bad, but it happened.
I think Zac Efron. He's you know bulk and solid and just sturdy.
He's a big
and
You should
actor.
have picked him
yeah.
for the thing.
And who did you pick? Okay, a little bit wild. That matches.
I feel like he's definitely a guy that, you know, if I could be friends with one like male dude, he'd be a guy that I'd be friends
Well,
with.
not any of us.
Yeah, that's kind of, come on.
Yeah. Wow.
You don't even pick your own partner.
You guys are my
One
best
male.
friends. He just is my
Aw.
friend.
Okay.
So sweet.
He's just my friend.
We'll take it.
And Hayden Christensen is his friend benefit.
Oh no.
That's cool. I'm okay with that.
That's cool.
That's really
done
cool.
over there. Ghost Riders.
I think so.
Okay.
Whoa.
That was crazy.
They're saying everything's
We're in
there today.
sync.
That was insane.
So Dave Franco was my first pick. Zac Efron was a backup. I had another backup, but I benched him because he's actually not a good actor. I was going for another mainstream, the guy that plays Archie in Riverdale.
KJF.
Yeah, but he's not a good actor.
He's
I'm
awesome.
sorry if you're listening.
I know. I
Yeah,
hate
he's
him,
not
but-
good. He's like
They
he's
just
like
threw him in
if
there
Hayden
and he's
Christian-
Because he could become a good actor one day.
He could. So, but I don't think Fantastic Four is the role for him. I don't know if you guys will remember him. I think that's how you say his name. Darcy Montgomery. He played the Red Ranger in Power Rangers, so he was the leader there. And he also had a big showcase in Stranger Things Season 2. He played the bully. He just played pretty much Henry Bowers. Yeah, like the 80s kid. He's always hitting on
I
their
love
mom
that
and
guy.
everything. He's fantastic.
He is fantastic.
Wait,
Actually, now that you
no,
say that,
he's
he's like,
Yeah, from Stranger Things with long
Wow.
hair.
Yeah,
and the
no,
boy-
no,
that's
wow.
Yeah, he is a guy. When I saw him in Power Rangers, and I liked Power Rangers, but
What's
I was
his
like,
name, sorry?
I think it's Darcy Montgomery.
How do you spell it?
D-A-R-C-E. D-A-C-R-E.
D-A-C-R-E?
Yeah. Or you just put it in Power
Oh,
Rangers.
Dak.
Is it Daiquiri? Daiquiri Montgomery.
It's Acre with a D. It's a Dacre.
Dacre Montgomery. I just saw him, and you go back to our Power Rangers review. I said there's two people that were going to be a star. The Pink Ranger, she's in Aladdin, and him. And Stranger Things was a big break, but there's just something about him. I got these, like, young Robert Downey vibes. I think he could carry a franchise, and I think with all our picks, these are bigger actors, because I think Johnny Storm should be that character who is, yeah, he's the lower tier, but really he's somebody that could build up and become a leader of the team, or go in other crossovers like a Spider-Man, Human Torch crossover. Like, you want someone, and that's a lady killer. He's a bad boy in Stranger Things. Like, the way he flirts with that kid's mom is so fun and so good, and he's jacked to the gills. And I'm a big fan of him and
I really like him as an actor.
and he looks like, not even looks, but like what Tyler was saying as far as acting, he's completely different than he is in Power Rangers. Power Rangers, he's just like go-getting, like, nice guy kid. He's this piece of shit in Stranger Things. Like, he's fantastic.
He pulled off that younger look, like, really well, too.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
great.
Daiquiri Montgomery.
I know, it's great.
Who's your Sue
That's
Storm
actually
pick?
a one.
Charlie Theron. So, there's a big age gap. So, you know,
Different parents.
it happens. Well,
It
last
does happen.
Fantastic Four, they were adopted, but it does happen. I don't know. They could just, like, they can old them up a little, like, whatever. It's, you know, I didn't think about that so much, but they're both blonde, so I got that going for me.
True.
So, yeah.
Fun fact on his IMDb page, there's a random like user list for Iceman casting
Oh, he's
for
on
Disney
it?
Marvel. He's not on it, but
Oh.
the picture is of Zac Efron. So.
Oh, there you go. We didn't get, yeah, maybe if you guys like this, we'll maybe do a part 2, because we didn't do Silver Surfer, we haven't done a few of those, so let us know in the comments, because there's Nightcrawler, there's a lot of people out there, you know.
We've done this for Mario as well. If you're
Yeah,
well,
we're gonna do
I
Nintendo
should
Part
say.
2 one day, because we still got a lot of
So
people.
if you like this, go check that out as well.
So now you guys get to pick, the Ghost Riders get to pick between Magneto and Doctor Doom.
Yep.
This is very vital, this is very tough.
Yeah.
I
Very
feel
vital.
like no one has picked this,
I know. And
but I'm worried.
I
feel like
do
everyone's picked
really
it,
like
but
my
I'm
pick
worried.
for Magneto though.
What do you think?
But at the same
Yeah,
time,
that one,
I don't
and
think
then-
anyone would pick
I like
that.
this one a lot.
But I have been
I
wrong.
feel like that would be more of a pick
Right.
than this.
You think so?
I think so.
It's funny because that's a good pick, and I see that, but at the time
Yeah.
I never thought of him.
Mm-hmm.
So
I-
Yeah,
we
so I
should
think
go
it's
with this
safer
one,
to go with
actually.
yours.
Okay.
And if they call mine out, I'm just gonna
This one might
walk
get
out.
stolen.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk out, wow.
Yeah.
So
Big cage.
so we
size.
get-
we're going for Magneto.
Okay,
Okay.
big.
Magneto.
We're
Big.
doing Mr. Mags.
Magneto.
Mr. Mags. My pick for this
Magnetic
role,
force.
I went with.
Wait, your pick or is it Taylor? Because you guys are a team.
We had a consent, right?
I believe in Kirkland's choice.
The Ghost Riders pick.
110%.
I just want to see.
You're using that 110% a lot.
This is the Spirit of Vengeance pick right
11%.
here.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa.
Spirit of Vengeance pick right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So for Magneto, I chose an actor who could be a really good villain, but at the same time, you secretly like him. You know,
Moses?
no.
You don't like him.
I went with Luke Evans.
Okay.
Luke Evans.
You guys really went
Who's
the young
that
side
again?
with Professor X and Magneto. You went a lot younger than I was
Luke?
expecting.
I forget who that is. Who's
Yeah,
that?
well, it's like I was kind of
Baron
going
the
off of
Bowman.
the.
Baron the Boatman.
Gaston from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And
Joshua Leifold.
Man,
I
he's
love
a
it.
great
That was
actor.
good
He's a
movie.
great
What
I
is
love
Baron
that
the
movie,
Botman?
yeah.
What were you just saying?
Baron the
I can see
Boatman.
it.
What is that?
From The Hobbit.
Yeah. The main character.
He kills
Kills
Smaug.
Okay.
Anyways, continue why you picked Luke Evans.
I was kind of going off the feels of the last actor that
Wasn't
played
Luke
Magneto.
Evans?
The last actor. You don't know his name.
Yikes.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
You
oh,
forgot
oh,
Michael
oh,
Fassbender's
Michael
name?
I
That's
thought you
amazing.
were joking just to mess with you.
This cast is
I was
over.
shooting blanks.
Oh, no.
Okay. I was going after that vibe, like kind of a younger, not like, I don't know, like I feel like Luke Evans is older,
Okay.
like kind of a look, like he looks older. I don't know if he's actually is older.
1979 was when he was born.
So he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid pick.
Give him a little grain, he's good to go.
Yeah, I don't know. He's like, for some reason, I've seen him in some movies where he's like the bad guy. Like he was Gaston, Beauty and the Beast. Like he's just kind of a dick, but at the same time, you kind of like him. Like as the actor, like he just feels that role so
It's a
well.
likable dick.
He's a likable dick.
I like likable dicks.
I would not have said that, but thank you. Other half of Ghost Riders. But no,
Just like Ghost Rider, always unpredictable.
I don't know. I don't have much more to say. I just think he's a great actor, and I think he'd be a great Magneto.
Okay.
I love Gaston. I think he nailed that role. I think he was outstanding. I mean, flawless. And I think that as a Baird the Boatman, I think I loved him in that role. I think he's easily one of my favorite characters in The Hobbit. I think he's just.
It's
he's
not
so-
hard to have them in that movie.
There's a
haven't
lot
seen
of characters
Hobbit.
to choose from. A lot of
There's a
roles.
lot of characters.
Haven't seen Hobbit.
Well,
Probably
yeah,
not.
There's not a lot of good characters to choose from.
But I think that he definitely
Just
displays, you know, depending what timeline they go with, like if they're going with like Magneto kind of being good and just figuring out his way and then turning bad, I feel like, you know, Luke Evans definitely displays like he can show like how he's good and just gets very aggressive and dominant. Like this is the right way to do do something. And I
You
feel
like dominant actors.
I do dominant.
Dominant, strong actor.
I want to be very
big, dominant,
overpowerful,
bristly.
But I think in that and what was the other movie that he was in?
Fast and Furious.
I
Fast
was thinking
and
of another
Must be
movie.
a newer one.
Dracula?
Yeah, Dracula Untold. Like when you mentioned that is honestly
Yeah.
such a good movie.
I love that movie.
That movie-
I love it.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie, I loved it.
Yeah, I feel like that he definitely displays great aptitudes in that film, and he totally can just dish it out as Magneto. I feel like if he has that helmet on and he is going like this, it's not just this.
Oh no, we're back to now the hands and the wearing the helmet.
He's gotta have the helmet on, and he has to make sure he has the right hand motion because
Yeah.
then it just
You should coach. You
makes
could be
sense.
his coach.
We gotta
I'm
think
good.
of
It's like
everybody.
Luke, like this.
Yeah, we gotta think of every character.
No, your helmet is not perfectly straight.
We gotta go back down the list and make sure like every character has this emotion. So when the actor comes in, like, okay, can you do this pose? Like,
That's all they do to the cast. They don't make them say any lines. They just say, "Put your hand up."
Okay,
Put a helmet on.
we'll let you know. Like, yeah, I think they need
We'll call you
like
back.
the way Adam Driver when he is Kylo Ren when he does that. They need somebody with that intensity with that hand. You see a lot.
Big grizzly.
Just like Tom Hardy's great with his
strong,
eye acting,
hand.
Adam Driver's great with his hand acting. So
Oh wow.
you guys are
Wasn't Luke Evans on your comic book?
He
draft?
was. He was on my draft for hopefully getting cast 2017. He was on one of my picks as Wolverine as well.
Yeah.
So, I'm a big Luke
He's a
Evans
good
fan.
grizzly character.
I think he's just waiting to have a huge breakout.
Yeah.
He's a big star. Like, he's a star already, but I think he'll have be a mega star one day. So.
He has the potential for sure. So you don't like Dracula Untold?
No.
Alright.
So my pick for Eric Lencher, this was very tough. This was the one. Honestly, this and Doom were the ones I went back and forth so much. I thought about actors because for me, Magneto is my favorite Marvel villain, so it's really tough. I don't know. I've gone back and forth with these two. So I'm picking one. I could like the other one better, and I'll reveal later in case someone picks them, but they won't. But I'm gonna go. I don't know.
You don't sound super confident.
I just it's a different type of pick, but I think if you've seen his work, you know. I'm going Michael Shannon. He was Zod in Man of Steel, but he's dead now, so he's not going to be popping up anytime soon. He was great in The Night Before. He played the weed dealer. If you've seen The Shape of Water recently, he's fantastic in it. He just plays this piece of shit, smarmy guy, really slimy. Like, he's fantastic. He is, and he's just great at being very powerful. And Magneto is the guy who's leading the charge, right? In his story, he is the hero. He's fighting for mutants because he just worries that at the end of the day, we're not going to work together, they're going to kill them all. You need someone that is intense. And Michael Shannon is very intense. Yeah, I want him as Cable originally because he is very good at comedy. I don't want Magneto to be too comedic, but if they gave him some quips, he could pull it off because he's comedic. But he's just stern, he's dead serious, and he's a guy that like I feel like you wouldn't want to be in a room with. If you watch Boardwalk Empire, he was the best character on that show as well. He's fantastic. Michael Shannon's one of my favorite actors, so that's who I'm going with. So
Nice.
yeah, so
That's a good one.
Michael Shannon.
Yeah, that's a really good pick.
So Magneto.
I think we're pretty
Magneto.
confident in our choice.
Mr. May.
Oh yeah.
Go
I
for
like
it.
it.
Go for it.
Our pick, he's had some pretty big roles. Very talented actor, I would say.
Talent.
A lot of talent, a lot of very strong in those roles where he thinks he's doing the right thing. And so I'm just gonna throw it out there. He is a little bit older. I think this timeline is a little bit older, but
That's fine.
Is he an old man?
I
I thought you guys maybe
maybe.
picked Gary Oldman, so that's
No,
alright.
no.
I thought that would have
No.
been good. No.
No, he's not. But I mean, he could be. He's all aged.
Okay.
But well, I'll start out
Seasoned,
there.
We'll say that.
We're going with Bryan Cranston.
Ooh.
Big bra guy.
Mm-hmm.
Bry guy.
Hit actor from the Breaking Bad. If it, you know,
I thought you
know.
were gonna keep going.
And Malcolm in the Middle. Don't
Yeah.
forget Malcolm.
Malcolm.
And
And
Power
Zordon.
Rangers. He's Zordon.
He's Zordon.
And
yeah.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
And Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bryan Cranston's a very diverse actor. I think he could, Travis said really well. You know what you have to do with Magneto. I think Bryan Cranston can kind of reach multiple layers and levels, and he can be scary too.
Mhm.
And
Oh, yeah.
you need to be scary. If
That's
you're gonna be
good.
Magneto.
Yeah.
Disaster artist.
Fuck off. He's in one scene in a
He needs a
restaurant.
liver.
But he's not scary.
Yeah.
Maybe he's scared you. He doesn't scare me.
That's a good pick. I've had him a few times.
Taylor's
for
worst
Professor
nightmare is
X,
running
too,
into
so.
Bryan Cranston at a coffee shop and not knowing what to say.
And plus, they can make DC really regret for not casting him for Lex Luthor. You know, they had it right there in the palm of their hands and gave it to Eisenberg, and here we are.
And here we are.
Heisenberger.
So I guess that leaves me with Doctor Doom.
Dr. D.
From
Dr.
Mr.
D,
the big
Latveria
D.
himself.
Big
This
W.
was
Victor Von D.
This was very, very tough because for me, the way I've always imagined, and it's not the new thing. If you read comics, you know that he is the evil Tony Stark. He's a reverse mirror of Tony Stark. He's this evil Disney man. He's this
Disney
maybe
man.
he's
He
gonna be.
loves Disney movies.
He's this evil businessman who's very charismatic, very cocky, very arrogant. He's exactly what Tony Stark is, but instead of, hey, I'm gonna, turn my life around and join the Avengers and whatnot, he does things his own way, and he thinks he's the hero of a story. There's been comics where he sees the future, and he sees the only way that the future can survive and not go extinct is by him leading it. So that's why you'd think, oh, this guy, in his mind, he's doing the right thing, but maybe him killing Spider-Man is like, well, we don't see how that's going to get you there, but in his mind, that's doing the right thing. This is the guy who killed his high school, childhood love just to get her heart for a fucking, sorcerer, experiment sort of deal. He's a messed up, very deep individual. Taylor and Kirkland may have him, so I'm really sorry if I take him.
Please don't.
Are you actually?
I'm
You're
really
not
worried about this one because
I am kinda
if there's
worried.
if we have to pick someone who isn't our main pick, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Did he steal your pick?
scared.
Oh.
He is one of the best actors in the world. He's an Academy Award-winning actor.
Huh.
He's a guy who's played a villain and does not get typecast. He
Oh, no.
is the best part in a very controversial movie named Mother. I'm picking Javier Bardem. You think about someone who is very charismatic and good-looking. The reason I bring up Mother is a mess of a movie. But Dylan can attribute to me that he can go from one scene of being really caring and nice and loving husband to the next scene he's a complete psychopath and
Yep.
you can't trust him. And he's
Unpredictable.
scary. Yeah, he's unpredictable and he's scary in those movies. No Country for Old Men. He's super
Oh,
scary.
fuck yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, let's forget about that one. But he was the best part of that.
He
Well,
was. I would say he's a very,
Yeah, he-
very strong
007.
part of that film.
007. I made a shirt
007.
with Silva. He's a guy who you could get typecast as a villain, but you look at all these characters, they're completely different. Watch a movie, foreign movie he did called Beautiful. He can play a good guy who's broken as well. He's my pick. He's a little older, but with Doctor Doom having all that metal, I don't think he really needs to hit the gym that much. It's more about, and with Doctor Doom, the other thing is Tony Stark, Robert Downey, great voice. Javier, great
Oh,
voice.
fuck yeah.
We've all said it. I think we all have been fighting for Mads Mikkelsen if Doctor Strange didn't
Yeah.
fuck us up.
He was our number one.
He's the
pick.
He
clear
was our
number
number
one
one pick.
choice, but Javier's a great number two, and I want to just see him and Downey going at it. Sex scenes galore.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom, Javier Bardem.
After 9. That's a great pick though, because I was thinking of Javier Bardem because I just love him as an actor, and I couldn't really find anywhere to put him just because he has really heavy accent. I found,
Yeah,
but,
but Doctor Doom's from Latveria, so they can either go the accent or they can just cut it. It doesn't matter. They
Yeah.
can decide.
they can make it deeper, right?
Yeah,
With,
yeah.
any editing, right?
Yeah.
Great pick though.
Wonder Woman never had an
That was
accent.
good justification.
Yeah.
So our pick
I'm excited
is.
for this So wait a second, can I ask before you guys go, because you guys were really worried about your pick, does he fit with your comedic tone, or is he the one thing that's different?
It was only the Fantastic Four themselves.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, we went with that
okay.
tone.
I just wanted to make sure.
Doctor Doom isn't fantastic. He's not funny.
He's not a funny guy. He's had a very tragic past. Very tragic.
He wanted to be the 5th member. but-
So
They cut
so,
everything
Fantastic
from
Five,
the study
still
of science
the
and magic.
so I actually don't really know a whole lot about Doctor Doom. Obviously, he's a very famous villain, but I just haven't. I mean, I don't read the comic books.
Marvel
really.
Ultimate Alliance, you know him from that, you know?
Yeah, I know what he looks like
Yeah.
and stuff, but I don't really know him too well. But I know you need someone very menacing, and I think we have a pick who, just a very skilled actor all around.
I'm scared
He
again.
he can be very, very intimidating, very scary, but he also does have charisma to him as well. This is my number one comic book draft from last year. I doubled down on too. Is Jake Gyllenhaal.
He was one of my options. Great pick.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Man, that guy. I think he has a really good look for it as well.
Mm.
Just Victor Von Doom as a dude. I think he could pull that off. I think he has a lot of levels and layers as an actor. So I think he could really pull off a villain who, if they decide to give this villain some backstory and really develop him, I think Jake Gyllenhaal could really push that forward and make it. He would probably be everyone's favorite part of whatever movie
Yeah.
Doctor Doom would first appear in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a great choice.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, maybe if he's not playing in Batman, I'll come over to MCU.
Mhm.
But yeah, good choice. He was on my Doom list as well. I had him there. He's
Your
a
Doom
very
list.
talented actor. Everyone go watch Nightcrawler.
Do you feel good about my choice?
I do.
Yeah.
My number one pick was Mads Mikkelsen.
All of us, yeah. That's the obvious. They should just retcon it and just be like, whatever, we'll just allow it. Like, you know.
Well, he went into a time portal.
They
you
could
know,
just-
And he
could-
comes
could
back
just-
as
he could
Victor
just
Von
pop
Doom.
out.
They
Victor
just
Von
kill off
Doom.
that character and recast him.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not opposed to it, but. So let's see, because you guys were really worried, so I'm excited to see. Were you jokingly worried? Were you really worried?
I was really worried.
I was
You
worried.
scared me.
Yeah.
So, so whose pick was this permanently? Did Taylor come up with
It was
the David
Taylor's.
Kirkman? So this is interesting
Nick Cage.
because Taylor.
I liked it though. I'm not gonna lie. When I looked
Okay.
at it, I liked it. I will back up Taylor
Okay.
no matter what.
Because Taylor usually has quite a mainstream skew a lot of the time, so I'm.
No, my Jean Grey pick was pretty good.
Who was your dream great pick?
Saoirse Ronan.
Ronan,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Hard name.
Just like struggles to say. You just it feels
It
like
is
you're
hard.
just, like,
We're
in
saying it
pain.
wrong. I think it's like
Cersei.
Cersei or something. Yeah.
Sure.
But who is your Doctor? This is
Cersei's
last
secret.
pick of the X-Men Fantastic Four MCU draft.
2018.
Make it count.
On
Well,
three with me?
oh,
Together.
Oh,
Okay.
so cute.
On
Every
three.
time.
Ready?
One, two, three.
Jude
Jude
Law.
Law.
you can't.
Why? Why the fuck not?
He's in Captain Marvel.
What the fuck is this?
he's in.
You
He's
fucking
Captain
kidding me?
Marvel?
No, he's
Get the fuck out
I'm
of
really
here.
glad.
He's so mad. Why didn't you look this up?
Ooh.
Because we were.
I was
I
thinking
had
of Captain
Jude Law
Marvel,
for one
like-
of these characters earlier, but then we
Jude
ended up
Law.
This
scratching
is
him.
bullshit.
He's still. We had Jude Law as a potential Professor X. I don't really know why, but then I did see he was in Captain
For
Marvel.
Friday, Jude Law, and then they announced it.
This is
Male-
unacceptable.
Male lead opposite Brie Larson.
It's on IMDb, dude. It's official.
yeah, it's.
IMDb.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I got a backup probably somewhere on here.
Has to
I
dig
don't
up the
think you have a
secretary.
backup.
I would say.
Hayden Christensen and
Oh no! Yeah, see, I would say that would be a good choice, but he is. Yeah, he is in Captain Marvel. He's playing Captain Marvel's kind of the Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like the guy that's gonna
Marvel.
hand down the mantle.
I think
So.
they already took him.
I think they were joking about it.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Just
guys
say-
take Liam Hemsworth?
No. He was a
No,
he
he
was
was
a potential
our-
Wolverine
our-
a long time ago.
yeah.
So. Well, like I
Like
want.
early
I
draft.
so badly
Early
want
years,
Jude Law
early
because
years.
like he's so handsome. I feel like he could play that.
I would be
character.
down for if you guys read your list off and I read my list off to give them some time to think,
Okay.
and then we can let
Okay,
you guys
sorry.
think. So Juicy, try to keep it a little quiet so they know. But Juicy 2, do you have your list or you want me to go first?
I didn't write it down, but I think that we can remember. On the
Okay,
spot.
if not, I have.
Mystery
I think I
Girl.
have your the list. So I can
Alright.
for.
Who was our Wolverine pick again? Who did we end up going
It's
with?
pretty sweet.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, right. So yeah, for Wolverine we have Keanu Reeves.
I sent it to you on Facebook too in case you forget any.
I think.
Yep.
I'll
Yeah.
Thanks. Cyclops. We have Adam Driver. For Storm we have. I'm gonna go Gugu Mbatha. I'm gonna
From
go
San
that's it,
Junipero,
Gugu.
Black
Mbatha.
Panther.
Yep, great actress. For Jean Grey we had Emma Stone.
Yep.
For Beast we went with Bill Skarsgård.
Mhm.
For Professor X we went with the great Bruce Willis.
Bruce
The
Willis.
great-
Bruce Willis. Who is this man? For Mr. Fantastic, we went with Jim Carrey. For Susan Storm, we went with Yvonne Strahovski. For The Thing, we went Seth Rogen. For The Human Torch, we went Dave Franco.
Yes.
For
Sorry,
Magneto,
we found
we
him.
went with Bryan Cranston. And Doctor Doom, we went with Jake Gyllenhaal.
One thing I will say, don't you feel like there's quite a big age gap between Jim Carrey and Yvonne Strahovski as playing romantic
Yes.
partners? Okay.
Yeah, there it is. I agree. There's many problems with that conflict, but we stole Dave Franco for you guys, so suck it.
Wait, so who is Reed Richards for you again? Sorry.
Jim Carrey.
Jim
Yvonne Strahovski. That's They can play that in the movie somehow.
I'd like to see
Like he's
it.
an old
I'd be
professor.
down. I like both those people.
Okay. So I want to know because you guys high five, but I also want to because in case he's cast somewhere, I can go and give you guys
No,
more
he's
time.
not.
Oh, okay, because you guys got really hyped about this, so and I would say
I'm just gonna feel bad now if you get shut down again.
Thank you.
Like,
I appreciate
I'll
that.
feel a little bit bad.
All right. Do we want to say it at the same time?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's
Our
do
pick
it.
for Doctor Doom. Christoph Waltz.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I like
Okay,
it.
he's not in any comic movie. Okay.
All right, good. We got the pass.
You
I
got-
forgot what
I
it
was a little nervous.
You got that. Going classic villain, yeah.
My justification, like he was the first person I saw.
We both thought the same thing when we saw him.
He's
You know what that
absolutely a phenomenal actor. I
Like
think
it.
he's very intimidating,
Mhm.
but at the same time he can be very like charismatic and approachable, like as a businessman. So like everyone would kind of want to work with him, but at the same time he can be the dark character, right? It was when he wears the mask, becomes Doctor Doom, not Victor Von Doom.
I think that's actually a really good pick. That's a really good pick.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that pick a lot.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to
I
add?
do. Honestly, one of my favorite movie scenes of all time is in Inglourious Basterds when he enters into that room at the beginning and just how he just is so composed and just calm, but you can feel the tension in that whole conversation. I feel like applying that to being a villain like Dr. Doom would be fantastic. Absolutely incredible.
Like Colonel Hansla, because he wasn't a villain in Glorious Bastards.
Well, he was, but
Applying that to a villain.
from a point of view, I mean, like,
I don't know. Hunting down a race of people. That's
I mean,
definitely
there
bad.
are a lot of point of views where he's a villain.
Yeah.
but I feel
We
like
won't go into that right
no,
now.
after 9. I feel like to see him actually play like just the kind of like the quirky kind of villain at the same time, like combining like him being a modern day villain as in like Green Hornet. I feel like he was fantastic in that. I really got a kick out of him. But taking what he is in Inglourious Basterds and throwing it onto that is great. And then even like again, I loved him in Django Unchained. Like he just what he brings to the table is fantastic, and he's got that bit of an accent too that could really kick off with Dr. Doom. I feel like he's just all around just fantastic. I want to see it. I want to call him up and say, you need to get this. You need to pitch to Disney. You need to go there.
I want to see him in Marvel, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's just a phenomenal actor that he deserves to
Really
be
good
in these
pick.
big movies.
I agree.
I like it.
Lots of people fan cast him as Red Skull, but I don't think he was gonna play.
What's Red Skull?
From Captain
Or
America?
Hail
Red
Hydra.
Skull? Like.
Oh, fuck.
Hey. You're on the ball today. No,
I was thinking of something else. Never mind.
Oh.
That's after 9.
Yeah, seriously. Red Skull.
Oh boy. So okay, my
Oh,
list
Nick.
here. So I had Adam. No, I didn't. That was my old list. Sorry. I had Ryan Gosling for Cyclops. Ray Fiennes. I'm on the ball as well. Ray Fiennes for Professor X. Joel Edgerton as Wolverine. Mackenzie Davis as Jean Grey. Jesse Plemons as Beast. Beyonce as Storm. John Hamm as Mr. Fantastic. Alan Tudyk as the Thing. Charlize Theron as Sue Storm. Dacre Montgomery, I'm just calling him Dacre from now on, as Human Torch. Javier Bardem as Dr. Doom, and Michael Shannon as Magneto. And then
Magneto. Magnet Man.
Mr. Megs. Alright.
Do you guys want to read off your list?
Yeah.
And who's your Dr. Doom again? I've heard so many names.
Dr. Doom? Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yake.
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 Y'all. He's gonna change his name. The artist formerly known as Jake Gyllenhaal. Don Gyllenhaal.
Alright, from the top, our Wolverine pick, Scott Eastwood, Cyclops, Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Levitt.
Storm, Susan Storm, no,
No, wrong Storm.
the Storm, the Human Storm, Jada Pinkett Smith, Jean Grey,
Sorcerer.
Sorcy.
You're like
Sorcy.
having such anticipated disappointment.
You know, one day you should interview her and just try to say her name. Welcome, Sorcy, to the interview.
Just call her Miss Ronan.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Hello, Mr. Ronan.
I just think of Guardians of the Galaxy when I say that.
Alright, Beast,
I guess that's fair.
Beast, Jeffrey Dean Morgan,
Okay.
Professor X was...
Bruce Willis.
Army
Armie
Oh
Hammer.
yeah, Army Hammer. Right.
I always think of Arm & Hammer, like the brand. Every
Making
time-
some-
I also do.
That is good too.
That's why his parents named him that.
It might be very common.
Super rude.
Alright, going to the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic was...
Zachary Quinto.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Zachary Quinto.
Thank you.
The Invisible Woman,
Oh, that was Olivia Wilde.
right? The wildest
What is
of
this
the
segment
Olivias.
that we're doing now?
The Human Thing.
Oh no.
Mr.
Dun-dun-dun.
John Cena himself.
Yep.
Human Torch, Zac Efron,
Yes.
our two evil villains, starting with Magneto, Luke Evans, and to finish it all off,
Was not
Dr.
too
Doom.
long.
Christoph
Christoph
Waltz.
Waltz.
In the fucking bag you thought. Too
You
long in a
don't even
form.
sound happy with Christoph. You're just like fucking Christoph.
No, I am. He's so pick. I will say, I did pick for Cyclops Mark Wahlberg.
Fuck off.
I wanted to throw Mark Wahlberg in there for one of those.
For a second, I
The
thought about.
initial drafting phase.
For a second, I thought about putting him as the Thing because you guys took John Cena from me, so I was just gonna switch him and just say, oh, he's close enough.
You guys have any other fun picks?
I had Viggo Morrison as Doctor Doom.
We had him as Magneto, actually.
Yeah. So I really want to play a superhero, supervillain at some point. And then for Doctor Doom, I also had it's Nicholas something, the guy who plays Jaime in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a good
I
one.
can't pronounce his last name, but that's about it. The rest of them I all kind of had or I shout out at some point. Nothing. Yeah.
For Jean Grey, we had Marion Cotillard
Oh.
as a potential.
Mhm.
I think that's pretty
From
good.
Dylan's favorite movie, The Dark Knight Rises.
Favorite movie. We also had Tom Hardy as Doctor Doom. Briggs could
Yeah.
not get it out
I
of his
just
head.
think with the
eyes.
mask and just the
I
eyes,
see
just
that.
wow.
And a
Oh
new
my
voice
goodness.
to these
He
two.
big pitched that to me.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic. I was wondering
So
what was-
malleable.
I was wondering which would stretch first. Okay. Do you guys have any ones that
Cancel
Pretty
the
much all
Venom
my
movie.
picks that weren't stolen were people that I couldn't use because they're already in the MCU.
Yeah.
My other one was Chris Pine as Mr. Fantastic. I don't know. I thought he could bring
He's in
comedic.
Wonder Woman, so I guess he's dead though. So I guess you could kind of.
Whoa.
That's true.
Oh,
Spoilers.
fuck off! If you ever watched this MC Wonder Woman, I don't know what's happening.
Hayden Christensen, Human Torch.
I don't think he's that young anymore, guys. I don't think he's like in his late 20s.
I just always picture him like episode 3. From my point of view, the Jedi already
From
won.
my point of view, flame on!
That's at the end of the movie.
Did you have
From
any-
my point of view, flame on.
I did
And then
have
Mark Wahlberg.
Kate Beckinsale for Invisible
You
Woman.
love putting Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't you pick her as one of your 5?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
picked everyone that was popular in 2004. Gerard Butler, Liam Neeson, Kate Beckinsale. Mark Wahlberg was
Some
in
of us
there.
don't leave 2004.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mila
you didn't
Kunis.
throw Nicolas Cage. You said you were gonna throw him.
I
thought
was,
he was your
but we
beast.
had so many better picks.
You
know?
honor
I
him
just
by
like
you honor him with
Wow.
your name of the Ghost Riders.
That is true.
It's true.
He was here in
Technically,
Spirit of Vengeance.
technically, he's still
Spirit
alive in the MCU. So
No, he's not.
yeah, he's a Ghost Rider
Those
still.
movies don't count.
Oh shit, you're right.
Why don't they
Damn it,
count?
Agents of Shield.
Because they're not in
recasted
them.
Ghost Rider.
Well, no, he's playing a different Ghost Rider, but those movies aren't in continuity. They didn't take fucking the awful Ghost Rider movies and like, you know what, we'll put those.
So I could have put Tobey Maguire in here. Is that what
You
you're
could, yeah, you could have put Tobey Maguire.
This
As
was a
Uncle
whole different name.
We all missed out on that
He
choice.
needs to play Uncle Ben. Just let it happen. So,
Uncle Ben.
do we have anything else to say?
I also had Chloe Moretz Grace as Invisible Woman.
Okay, a little, I guess. And
No,
who
I
was
didn't
your
like
Mr.
it.
Fantastic? though?
I shot it down.
Mr. Fantastic was Zachary Quinn.
Okay, that's a weird fucking coupling.
I don't,
Him and Olivia Wilde though, that is a solid
I'm fine with that one.
combination right
Zachary
there.
quit doing
I shot down the Chloe Grace.
Yeah, you made a good call.
yeah,
Well, that was lots of fun. That was good. You never know how these drafts are going to turn out, but honestly, every time we've done was Nintendo one, the 2017 one, they've all turned out good.
Mhm.
We've all had a couple. This one's had the most steals, though, I think. There is a couple
Yes.
heartbreakers for us all in this one.
Yeah.
So let us know who you thought was one. Like I said, tune in to Black Panther review. We'll announce the winner there. If there's not a winner, then we're all winners. We'll just take it as that. And if you like this, please subscribe, like the video, and let us know, because we'll do a part 2. We're going to do Nintendo 1 part 2 at some point. But I'd love to. There's Fantastic Four, or there's
Mhm.
Surf out there. There's Blade out there. There's a lot of
if there's any characters you want to see us cast, let us know.
yeah.
Oh,
Blade. There's a
man.
lot of people. Galactus. I don't know who you would cast as this guy who just wears a big fucking purple helmet.
Jack
Yeah.
Black.
Mysterio. Mysterio. Yeah. There's lots of people.
Mysterio.
There's lots of people. So let us know. We'd love to do
Hobgoblin.
it. So Taylor, where can they find the rest of our great stuff?
Well, all our great stuff, ladies and gentlemen, you can
Our
find it.
fantastic stuff.
The fantastic stuff. You can find it in the search bar, which is
Right,
also
Dylan?
findable on Google. So on the Google search bar, you type in. You gotta go on to Facebook actually. It's been a while since I did this. This is like the first one of the year, kind of, for a newscast.
No,
So,
this is definitely out in February.
Oh wow, this is definitely not the first one of the year. So it's like you go on the search bar.
I literally told them in the car, we're releasing this Black Panther week. I'm like, we got a good idea. I have a good idea. It's Marvel week. There'll be a Marvel retrospective. There'll be this draft, and it'll be capped off with the Black Panther film. Oh, great idea, Travis. Great idea, Travis. He doesn't even listen to me. He's just looking for fucking Pokemon Go. Like, oh, where can I catch this fucking
The first thing I
Charizard?
did when we got in the car was
Yeah, he doesn't give two shits.
So yeah, we're on Facebook, Geeker Space Cast. You gotta do space, not the space bar, not typing the word space, because that takes you somewhere else. I don't know. I don't want to try that because it can be
Space
dangerous.
Jam.
Yeah,
It can
it's
be
crazy.
dangerous.
The dark web is a scary place. So
It
you
is.
want to go.
And Moses is there. Hey, baby.
We're also all over the other places too, like all those other social media networks. Like I'm just gonna shout out Bob Bay is just such a
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Go to YouTube, Podbay, SoundCloud, iTunes. Please subscribe if you want to support the show. If you like what we do here, like the show, subscribe the show, review. That helps us. That helps us spread. That helps us do more specials like this.
Mm-hmm.
If you really like us, head over to Patreon. This episode you could have got weeks ago if you spent $1. You could have got $5. You get everything. We got an entire season of a show, Spider-Man Retrospective. There's an entire season of content up there. We
Yep.
reviewed every episode of the season. It is worth your bang for a buck. There's a fucking $5 bill on your bed. You're not using it. You're not going to the strip club on Saturday. You gotta work. So give it to us. Thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you for the Black Panther review, and it will not be boring.
Thanks for tuning in.
You gotta work on a Saturday.